What's happening? You tuned in to another episode of Everything Boxing. I don't watch reality TV. I watch boxing. There you go, talking that boxing again. And yeah, oh yeah, we got a lit show tonight. Yeah, we gonna get it in tonight. So when you come in the building, let me know you in the building and smash my like button as soon as you hit the building. What's up with it? Like I said, let me know you in the building when you come in the building and smash the like button. There's been a lot going on today in boxing. Catfish Hunter, what's good with it, fam? Mike Rhyme off in the building. What's good coming in from that Trent, New Jersey? What's happening with it? Yes, sir. Oh, yeah, Catfish. We got some action. We're going to get into it today. And when you come in the building, like I said, hit my like button and tap in the comment section and let me know you in the building. We got a live call-in show today. So anybody, feel free to call in. Henry Gomez, what's good with it? And we're going to get the show started real soon. I'm just giving people a chance to let them know I'm in the building I'm on. And yeah, we got a lot to cook on. John Page, what's good with it? Yeah, we got a lot to cook on today. So I want everybody to come in the building that said Gary Russell was ducking. Everybody that was talking that loud shit about Gary Russell, I want everybody to come in the building. Elvis Rodriguez, what's good? Everybody that said he was clout chasing. Oh, yeah, it's going down today. So like I said, when you come in the building, tap in the comment section. Let me know you in the building. And we're going to get the show started soon. And if you on Facebook, hit the like button on Facebook and share this to your boxing groups. If you on Facebook, Share this to all your boxing groups. And if you on YouTube, hit the like button. Ralph Estrada off in the building. What's good with it, fam? I heard you, Ralph Estrada. You talking about you said that Devin Haney gonna stop Gary Russell. Man, we gonna have to you gonna have to come to the crib. We gonna have to make a bet on that fight when it happens. We gonna have to bet on that fight. Cause Gary, I don't see Gary going out like that. You know what I'm saying? You gonna have to put some respect on Gary's name. Come on, Ralph. Man, I know you mad about. I know you still kind of mad about what he did to your boy Leo Santa Cruz Pops. But hey, Leo didn't want that smoke. Catfish Hunter says he agree with that. What you agree with? You agreeing with Ralph? So yeah, like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and get it started. Like I said, hit the like button. If you're in the building and you can't hit the like button, what's wrong with you? Hit the like button, and we're gonna go ahead and get it started. It's a whole lot that was happening today for y'all that missed it. Shout out to all of the LDBC. Shout out to Blue Blood Sports TV. Shout out to Batman, Gary Russell, Bill Haney. They made it happen. They made it happen. Henry Gomez said it could turn out to be 50-50. Yeah, this is a 50-50 fight. Like I said, this is a 50-50 fight. Shout out to both sides because, like I said in the title, real men make real shit happen. You dig what I'm saying? When real ones come together, they make real shit happen. And so today, it's been a whole lot going back and forth, right? With the Gary Russell and Devin Haney situation. Everybody was shitting on Gary Russell, acting like Gary Russell was ducking. I don't know where y'all got that from, but I kept telling y'all, Gary Russell want all the smoke. Gary Russell ain't ducking nobody. Why is this man calling out everybody and then y'all translate that into he's ducking? Ain't nobody ducking. Gary Russell been want all the smoke, right? So we've been seeing the back and forth go on, right? We've been seeing the back and forth go on for a minute now. Yesterday, yesterday a whole lot went on. Batman, that's Gary Russell's brother. He came in. I think it was 78. It's been so much going on. He came on 78's channel. Bill came on there and they got to talking about the terms and issues. And then, today they basically got it worked out. Bill Haney today, just not even probably like an hour ago. Bill Haney was on, and y'all go check that out on Blue Blood Sports TV later on when y'all get a chance. Bill Haney was on Blue Blood Sports TV with Batman. That's Gary Russell's brother, and they worked it out on there. Bill Haney sent over the contract live right there. Bill Haney sent over the contract right on Blue Blood Sports TV to Batman while they live, so we could all see it. And Batman, like a real one, he went over the contract right on camera. He read the contract. He said everything looked good to him, and then right there on live, he left out. He shot out to Gary Russell, and he was like, I'm finna get this to Gary Russell. And later on, we going to be back on Gary Russell's Instagram. So, Gary Russell is supposed to sign the contract. If he look over everything good, Gary Russell's supposed to sign the contract on his Instagram anytime now. So, and they show that's two different sides of the street. We have been hearing that Eddie Hearn and Al Haymon, they don't fuck with each other. But the fighters made it happen. You feel what I'm saying? And they showing out all of these other fighters that's ducking each other or making excuses not to fight each other, they showing. If you really want it done, and if you can show that the fans is interested in it, hey, you can get these fights done. They showed that today. You know what I'm saying? That's real business. You know, that's real business. John Page say Devin ain't that good to stop Gary Russell Jr. See, this is the thing, and this is the thing I want to say about, you know, everybody saying Devin go do this and Devin go do that. I fuck with both of them. You know what I'm saying? Don't make no secret about it. I love Devin Haney for, you know, he a young, hungry lion coming up and he willing to fight anybody. You know what I'm saying? So you got to give your props to Devin Haney, right? I love Gary Russell Jr. He always been willing to fight anybody, want all the smoke. He can't do nothing if these dudes are scared to get in the ring with him. You know what I'm saying? That's why he had to hop up 2 weight classes. But he did what he got to do to get the best opponent he could in the ring, right? So we got to give a shout out to both of these fighters for giving us they're going to bring us a great fight. Now, the thing with everybody saying that Gary Russell is going to, that Devin Haney is going to stop Gary Russell. Look here. Like I said before, name one opponent that Devin Haney got on his resume, right, that's as good as Gary Russell or on the same level as Gary Russell. Big or small, it don't matter. Name one opponent that Devin Haney has on his resume that is as good as Gary Russell or on the same level of Gary Russell. You can't name one. We don't know. We know that Devin Haney is good. We know Devin Haney got skills, right? But we don't know how good Devin Haney is. We can't crown that man. We can't put him on the throne and crown him, right? And he ain't fought nobody yet. Let's just keep it 100. We all know that he's a hell of a talent. But you can't shit on Gary Russell and just act like, oh, Gary Russell gonna go in there and get stopped. When have you seen Gary Russell in trouble to where you thought he was gonna get stopped? You've never seen Gary Russell in trouble to where you thought he was gonna get stopped. You've never seen Devin Haney in trouble to where you thought he was gonna get stopped. So you can't just say that, oh yeah, he gonna stop. So if you think that Gary Russell's going to get stopped by Devin Haney, I want all the smoke. Let me know how much you want to put on it. And you already know what I do. You know, we can do this all day. As far as the fight, you know, I'm going to sit back and watch the fight as a fan. I'm a fan of both fighters. And it's a 50-50 fight, you know. It's a 50-50 fight. I'm not finna put no money on the fight, but I will put money up that Devin Haney not stopping Gary Russell. I know that. That's one thing I do know. But you know, I mean, like I said, you got to give a shout out to both of these fighters in their camps for coming together and make it happen. Hold on. Let me see. We got a caller coming in. Hold on. Caller, state your name. Where you calling from, man? Can you hear me? Yeah. What's happening? Who this? Where you calling from? Okay, we got Batman on the line. This is Gary Russell brother on the line right here. We got Gary Russell Jr. brother on the line right here. What's good with it, Batman?
I ain't nothing, man. Talking about that's Leo Santa Cruz fan. The dude talking about that I ain't gonna stop my brother.
Yeah, that's my man's. He Leo Santa Cruz is his people.
Man, Leo Santa, I don't even know why I'm still fans of that something as Mexican boy, man. He a pussy.
Hey, man, it's like this. He already know how I felt about that situation. Leo Santa Cruz, everybody know. He know. Leo Santa Cruz ducked your brother. Leo Santa Cruz ducked Gary Russell. Everybody know that.
Leo Santa Cruz a pussy. I don't care if he fighting Tank Davis. He's fighting Tank Davis because it's a money fight. But he's a pussy.
So let everybody know how long had Gary Russell been trying to make a fight seriously with Leo Santa Cruz? So everybody know.
You say what?
I said, so everybody know, let everybody know how long Gary Russell had been trying to make a fight with Leo Santa Cruz.
For the last 5 years.
So y'all hear this, right? This Gary Russell brother on the line. He said for 5 years they was seriously trying to make a fight with Leo Santa Cruz, and Leo Santa Cruz was ducking Gary Russell for 5 years. And that's just one opponent that was been ducking Gary Russell. But Leo Santa Cruz, we all know about that. So Batman, why I got you on the line right here?
Yeah, I can't really hear you.
Okay, can you hear me now?
I can't really hear you. It's like an echo.
I think you got to turn your TV down because I got you in the mic.
I got
Okay.
I got to go in the back.
And like everybody hit the like button and share this to your boxing channels.
You said, huh?
Okay, now why I got you on the line right now, you know, I was watching earlier, you know, y'all was on Blue Blood Sports TV. You looked over the contract and you said everything looked like it's good. So how everything going with that situation?
My brother about to send it to the lawyer. The lawyer about to look it over, and we about to ship it back. We about to ship it back with the signature on it to Bill Haney, man.
Okay, see y'all here. So y'all hear that, right? So for everybody, once again, let everybody know. For everybody that said Gary Russell was ducking, for everybody that said that Gary Russell was capping and he was clout chasing, let everybody know once again.
We ain't ducking nothing. We still want to, after this, we want to see Lomachenko on Terence Crawford. After we fuck Devin Haney up twice, because I don't even think, once we fuck them up the first time, I don't think they're going to want a rematch. But after the Devin Haney situation is over, Terence Crawford, Lomachenko, Tank Davis, we on y'all ass, dog. We on y'all ass.
Now, Batman, let me ask you a question. You know, because Gary Russell was at 126, you know, and I know that Gary Russell, before the pandemic, you know, had started, Gary Russell had mentioned already that he wanted to fight Devin Haney. So what made what made Gary Russell, you know, look at Devin Haney coming, you know, when he was at 126? What was it about that Devin Haney that Gary Russell just wanted to, you know, test his skills out at 135?
It wasn't nothing about Devin Haney. He got the strap. He got the WBC strap. That's the only thing. We don't look at it. I mean, I'm the only one. My brother don't really look at taking on people. He don't really look at boxing. I'm the one studying everybody. My father studying everybody. He's food. Devin Haney food, dog. Motherfuckers acting like we ain't been hunting. We've been the hunters for the last phase since we hunting niggas with a belt. We got a belt and we got to hunt niggas. That's crazy.
Right, okay.
That sounds crazy. We supposed to be the hunted, but we the hunters.
Hey, I feel you. I've been seeing it for years, you know. So basically, the reason it wasn't necessarily Devin Haney, it was that y'all seen that WBC belt and shit. You was like, he got it, so you know he next.
We won it. And he hit. Like we playing tag. He hit. We won that. We won that shiny belt. You know what I'm saying? We don't even want 130. The only reason, listen. And then let me get this out of the way. People try to say, what about Burchett? The only reason we said we was gonna go up to see Burchett. We was gonna see Burchett because Tank was at that weight class. But when Tank exited the building, we shot up straight to 135. We don't even want 130 no more. We want everybody who's considered a great fighter. We want everybody that's considered a great fighter. Because my brother, he overlooked Lomachenko because he was pressed to fight for that WBO belt. That was his first time fighting for a championship. He went in there bullshitting. He was overweight. He shouldn't even he should have even took the fight. He should have acted like he was sick or something, or didn't lose the weight and just ain't get the title, but kept his oath. He was young. He ain't know. But and I wasn't around at the time, so you know what I'm saying. Cause I knew you can just get fined and keep your weight. Is up to the opponent. No, it would have been up to Lomachenko if he still wanted to fight for the belt. See, Lomachenko would have won it, and my brother couldn't have won it if he won. So he overlooked Lomachenko. He just got beat by a journeyman. He just got beat. Lomachenko is the star because of my brother. My brother is the best person he's fought. And that was a draw. Go back, everybody. They tricking y'all with the highlights, y'all. Go back and look at the whole fight, y'all. My brother dropped him. That's supposed to be a draw. That fight supposed to be a draw. But hey, man, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean,
it is what it is.
And you
don't look at the scorecard. He only won because of 2 rounds. He only won because of 2 rounds. But if my brother get the knockdown, that's 2 rounds right there. And it'd have been a draw.
Yeah, you right. When you say that Lomachenko, wasn't nobody really checking for him until he beat Gary Russell, until he beat your brother. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I put up big money on your brother. I lost, you know what I'm saying? But
I put up $10,000, dog. I was mad as
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. So that's when I really started paying attention to Lomachenko. That's what, because I'm like, damn, you know what I'm saying? He performed like that against Gary Russell, because to me, you know what I'm saying, Gary Russell was the baddest thing smoking, and I still think he is. With the situation.
Listen, he just had a hiccup, dog, and after that, he been fucking everybody up that's waiting to fight him, dog. The bums. That's why we're not fighting 2 times a year, because we don't want to be considered as a bum basher, like Tank Davis, like Devin Young. So he posed like his last. What he got? 25 fights. That was 25 fights.
Who?
Devin Haney.
Devin Haney. I'm not sure. Somebody in the chat, how many fights do Devin Haney got?
I think he's 25 and over. And 3 of them, I'm gonna say 3 of them supposed to be noble opponents. So even Devin Haney been bum bashing. He been bum bashing. I'm not gonna cut my tongue. He been bum bashing. But ain't nobody trying to get in the ring with Charlotte. I can attest that. He's been chasing people down too. That's why I respect him. He's been chasing these guys down, the Ryan Garcias, the Teofimo Lopez's, the Fasima Lomachenko. That man ducked Devin Haney, man.
Yeah, so
if we beat Devin Haney, Lomachenko gotta see it. You done ducked him. You done ducked a 21-year-old boy, man. And your excuse was he ain't fighting nobody. But he was your fucking mandatory. Sure. That's crazy.
Yeah, man. So So it looked like it's gonna happen between Devin and Gary. Between and the thing is like I said, salute to you, Batman. Because you've been working round the clock, with Bill Haney to get this fight, to go down. You've been working. I've been seeing you. You've been working around the clock to get this fight to go down. And it just showed y'all shitted on a lot of these other fighters. That's what it really showed. All these other fighters that's making excuses, acting.
We the first realest motherfucking Earl Spence, Devin Haney, and Deontay Wilder. My fault. Sean Porter fought a lot of people, and Danny Garcia, man. Other than that, I look at the joint. I look at the a couple of niggas been ducking niggas. They been my fault. Shout out to Boo Boo Andre, because he's been ducked. He's been ducked by them big boys up there, man. Even Charlo ducking him. I ain't gonna cut my tongue. What's that, Mel Jai ducked him. I think Mo the one at 154. Mo the cold soldier, dog. I respect you, Mo.
No, Jamal is at 160 and Jamel is at 154.
All right, Mo, you been showing me some other shit, man. You supposed to best of that fight with Demetrius Andre. I don't care if he made you wait out. That ain't what soldiers do. When you get in your position, you supposed to lock them all to show the world they're in, nigga. You want who you say you was. You was running from me. Now you chasing me. I'm a dog. That's what soldiers do. Soldiers don't sit around and when they get at the helm, they act like they don't see them niggas no more. That's why I respect Earl. He's going in line. Everybody, see, he never called Terence Crawford out. I see what Earl doing. Everybody he called out that Dustin man ain't giving that chance. He's gonna beat the shit out of them one by one and then go over across the street and fuck Terence Crawford up. Man, I respect it, sir.
Well, Batman. Now, one thing about the Charlo and Andrade, you got to remember that they were supposed to fight. He was supposed to fight Charlo, but Andrade pulled out because he said his business wasn't right on his end. That ain't their fault.
Yeah, listen, he pulled out, but when he came back and said he was ready, he's supposed to answer the call. That man came to his press conference and pressed him out. That man came to his press conference and interrupted that press conference. He supposed to beat Andrade ass. Oh, you want to do that? All right, cool. He next. The same. You see what Roy did when Tava interrupted his press conference. What Roy do?
He went and got that smoke.
All right, then. Supposed to win and go get that smoke. Come on, man. I don't be caring about, you know what I'm saying, rubbing these guys the wrong way because I don't really know them.
Right.
So I just tell you what I see.
Now,
he was supposed to answer the call.
Respond to this in the chat. Respond to my man. I'm gonna let you respond to my man. Like I said, Leo Santa Cruz, his people. He fuck with them heavy. Now he got a question for you. I could answer it. I you know what I'm saying, but I'm gonna let you go on it. He says, if Gary Russell looking for the best fights, why not call out Shakur Stevenson?
What? You ain't hear him? He been called out Shakur got that W. Listen, all right. I'm a play it. I'm gonna act like I'm Shakur Stevenson right now. I'm gonna act like I'm Shakur Stevenson right now. I'm about to give you Shakur Stevenson in his interview. When a person asks him about Leo saying, I'll beat Leo saying who I am. Yeah, tell Leo, I'm all fuck Leo what? But when somebody say, what about Gary Russell? You know, man, Gary Russell friends, you know, if he wanted to fight, man, you know, I'll fight him. And you know, but we friends, man, you know, I don't So who want the smoke? But when he really wanted to go see him, Leo and Josh Watson, he ain't want no smoke with Gary Russell Jr. You know why he ain't want no smoke with Gary Russell Jr.? Because he worked with Gary Russell Jr. with a head glove, with a head gear on and bigger gloves, and the shit ain't go right for him. That's why.
So what happened in the sparring between Gary Russell and Shakur Stevenson?
Man, he almost got stopped.
And when was this sparring? When did this take place? How long ago?
This is like right before he turned pro. He probably had 2 pro fights or right before he turned pro.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, like I said, I fuck with both of them. I fuck with Shakur. I think Shakur, to me, Shakur is the best.
I'm just
young.
The fact, no?
Yeah.
If you ask him, he's gonna tell you.
Yeah, he's and the thing is, I mean, you're not lying. Well, I seen recently they asked they asked Shakur Stevenson about Gary Russell. Yeah, they asked him, and he was just like,
you ain't see no energy from him. You saw, oh yeah, that's my friend. Yeah, man, you know, Gary Russell cool. Man, you ain't see that energy like, man, yeah. But when somebody asked my brother about Shakur, he'll say, yeah, I like Shorty, but motherfucking Shorty knows deep down inside, I will fuck him up. Go check it. Go check it. Everybody that's on in the chat page, if you got your computer, put up Gary Russell talk about Shakur Stevenson. Come on, dog. One thing about it, ain't none of these dudes that internet. When you get on them in front of them cameras, you can't erase about what you say. Because that everybody put it out there.
Yeah, so one thing I can say is, as far as Gary Russell, I can't think of no big name that he has not called out from 126 all the way up to 135. 47. Terrence, if you want to throw, you throw Crawford off in there too. And he made Crawford look bad.
Not just Crawford. Oh, not just Crawford. Then y'all gonna be going
Mikey Garcia. That's another fight.
Getting in this business.
That's another future fight. Gary Russell, Mikey Garcia, and they bout. You know what I'm saying? Mikey ain't too much bigger than Gary Russell.
Mikey ain't trying that. Mikey ain't gonna try that. Mikey, that's why I bet you when Gary started calling and knocking at his door, he ignore him. I bet you he ignore him. Mikey be hearing that shit. He's going to ignore him. Come on, man. Y'all let Mikey trick y'all, man. Mikey a good fighter, but he ain't that great, man. Earl just proved it to him because he tried to jump out there like he was that much of a hell of a nigga. Because you know why he did that? You know why he went up Errol Spence like that?
Shit, I mean, I'm still trying to figure that out. The money, that's the only thing I can think of.
I'm about to tell you. Money used to be like, man, Earl work all the time. So Mikey got in his head that, damn, I just beat the shit out of him. I can beat this nigga Earl. If he's working with him, that's what these fighters do sometimes. If he's working with him, I know I fuck him up.
Yeah.
Fake when they look at the tapes of him, look at certain fights of him, and be like, damn, I can get him. Oh, you gonna fight me like this? Oh man, my boxing isn't better than his. And Mikey kept saying that shit. Earl ain't want to stop him. Earl wanted to show y'all, and he will beat the shit out of Mikey Garcia for 12 rounds. And Mikey Garcia ain't win 9 rounds. Mikey Garcia would have got stopped if he would have let his hands go. He would have got stopped. But he played survival. He went into survival mode. What fight did you see do that? My brother ain't even do that when he was dehydrated against Lomachenko. He was still fighting back.
Yeah, I mean, Gary Russell, he built like that. And shout out to Blue Blood Sports TV for, making some epic shit happen today. Man, that was the epic show y'all was on today. Let me ask you now, let me ask you, Batman, if your brother, right, if Gary Russell go and beat Devin Haney, if he happened to beat Devin Haney from coming up from all the way from 126 to 135, where do y'all think that he should be put in the pound for pound, in pound for pound if he make that happen?
He should go number one. Because motherfucker, he beat the dude that Lomachenko that. He beat the dude Lomachenko that. And Terence Crawford, he's not fighting nobody. And my brother called him out and he ducked him too.
Yeah, because I mean, and shout out to Stay Ready Boxing TV. Everybody go subscribe to Blue Blood Sports TV. I mean, y'all should already be subscribed to him. And everybody go subscribe to Stay Ready Boxing TV. We was having that discussion on his channel last night, because I think Stay Ready and a couple other cats, they said, hey, if he fuck around and beat Devin Haney, he need to be number one. The longest reigning WBC champion, and then you moved up 2 weight classes and beat another WBC champion.
He should be franchised. But hey, man, you know, I think that shit only you gotta have a certain complexion for that one.
So and I'm just making a scenario here. I'm not picking neither one of these. Like I said, I'm not gonna pick nobody in this fight. I'm just watching it. I'm gonna sit back and watch it. Now, say Gary Russell wins both fights, right? He win in the first fight and he win in the rematch, right? And you got I'm not picking Teofimo to beat Lomachenko. I think Lomachenko gonna beat Teofimo ass. But let's just say
WBC and we try to fight for, since they made that a belt, we try to fight for the franchise belt, and we should have a shot at it.
Oh, my bad.
We've been with the belt.
My bad. Let me correct myself. I got Lomachenko beating Teofimo's ass, but I'm saying if okay. I thought I said the other way around. Go ahead though. My bad.
He's fighting. If we beat him twice, we need to fight for that franchise belt Lomachenko got. We need to fight for that franchise belt Lomachenko got. Because we've been in the WBC, we've been a WBC champion for almost 6 years. It's about to be 6 years. We moved up and took a WBC title at 35. We skipped the 30 jump. So now I got a franchise. Because we should have been the first one's franchise.
Right.
Because Lomachenko Lomachenko ain't never defend that belt. He never defended the belt. He won the belt. And they move him straight to franchise. So I guess you gotta have a right complexion for shit to happen for you, dog. Right.
We know how that is. So let me ask you.
They try to say the European fighter is the dominant one in boxing. They try to knock off the black man, dog. They try to knock us off for real, man. They try to knock us off for real. They're saying we the dominant of the sport. They try to knock us off.
Yeah, that's that bullshit. You know, old ass, what's his name? Harold Linderman from HBO and Paulie was saying. We all know that's some bullshit because we see what's happening. We see the fights that everybody interested in. And we see what it is. Now, let me ask you a question because this, this could very well have something to do with y'all. Let's just stay on the same lines with the Teofimo Lopez and Lomachenko. Who do you got winning that fight?
I'm rooting for Lomachenko. I root for Lomachenko every time he fights. I root for Lomachenko. I hope he don't never lose. I hope he don't never lose until my little brother comes in with him. I root for Lomachenko every time he fights until he fighting Gary Russell Jr.
Okay, now it's been years since they fought, right? When did they fight in 2014, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's been since 6 years? 6 years. How come they haven't, fought since then? How come the rematch hasn't happened since then?
Why you think? Lomachenko know who that was the right person in the ring with him. He was like, damn, I skated. Because listen is, once my little brother won the belt, where Lomachenko go at? Once he was still in the division, but once Gary got that WBC title, he shot the fuck out of there and went to third. He shot out of there and went to third. Come on, man. Because they know we was going to try to get the rematch and try to get the unification back. So why, tell me this, why when he won his belt, he ain't stay down to try to unify the 126 division?
Right.
He went up. Listen, he went up, won 2 belts, went up, won 3 belts. Why he ain't do that at 126? Why he ain't try to first? He was at 126, and he said them is weight classes, 26 to 30. That's where he feel comfortable with.
So
why he ain't try to? Take? I'm just saying, the proof is in the pudding. Why he ain't try to unify the 26 and go up, unify 30 and go up and unify 35? Why he ain't do that?
Right. So now I'm just asking the question because these are the questions that people want to know when it comes to your brother Gary Russell Jr. and Vasil Lomachenko. Did Gary Russell, did he ever try to pursue a fight after the initial fight? Did he ever try to pursue a rematch, or did he ever, talk about going up and chasing him?
He been calling them out. Dog, can't see it, dog. Listen. When these dudes have fights, or sometimes fighters, sometimes their fighters come from the lower weight classes so they can just make a fight. So why when I call you out, I gotta go up there and fight somebody first? Why I can't just come fight you?
Right.
But if a bum was to come from here, you gonna fight the bum.
Right. Now,
Tank Davis just did it when he fought in Baltimore. When they switched the opponent, he was supposed to fight Adam Marvin. But when they switched the opponent, why they didn't get a credible opponent from the 130 division? They got a guy to replace Adam Marvin from the 122 division, and he just fought like 6 weeks before he fought Tank Davis. This is the sucker shit niggas do, but the fans don't be paying attention.
Hey, they know. They know. I stay on Tank Davis' head. Now, let's talk about Devin Haney. This the fight that y'all got coming up. This is a super fight right here. This is a super fight. We got the best at 126. Maybe could be the best.
Listen. I'm about to get to you how the headline should be. We got the longest reigning champion in boxing. We got the youngest champion in boxing. Super fight.
The super fight.
The super fight. The great Devin Haney and Mr. Gary Russell. That's what it should be. Shout out to Devin Haney. Listen, shout out to Devin Haney. Because when Tank was 21, 22, and Lomachenko called him out, he bitched out and said he wasn't ready yet. Yeah, I ain't gonna let that shit slide.
Yeah, I mean that's his fact. That's a fact. So in this fight, this is what the fans want to see. This fight, everybody gonna tune in. Now, I heard you make a reference last night to, you said it is either way y'all gonna fight, right? But you made a reference to trying to put it on pay-per-view. Where y'all at with the pay-per-view thing?
We ain't doing it. We're doing the regular agreement. I mean, the regular agreement before Bill tried to throw them stipulations in there.
Right. So no pay-per-view is gonna be, on DAZN, right? You're gonna have it on DAZN, correct?
They said they had it. They was working on it, but they don't have it yet.
Okay.
They was working on it, but they don't have it yet. So, but I was trying to get them to do that to see if we got two superstars. Let's see if we got two superstars here. Since Tank said Gary and Devin don't sell. Let's see if we got two superstars.
Now, my take on this.
I know for a fact, this fight gonna do better than Leo Santa Cruz and Tank Davis fight.
I'm not paying for that shit. I'll pay for this 100 times over before I fuck with that shit.
And that's what I was telling Bill. That's what I was trying to explain to Bill. I was like, Bill, we can make more money. Because everybody want to see this. Everybody want to see the young line against the motherfucking prime line. This ain't nothing but the jungle. which one is he's going to take over the pride, or is my brother going to keep it?
Right. You know, so basically y'all got the contracts, everything, you know, everything pretty much done. You just got to get the signatures on the contract.
No, we got the term sheet. The lawyer about to look over the term sheet right now. He should be looking at it right now. Telling my brother it's all good. Slide the term sheet back, then they send the contract over.
So by the end of the week, so by Friday, we gonna have it signed, sealed, delivered. We gonna know everything by Friday.
Man, this shit locked in. You need to know it now, because I already checked the joint out. The joint look good. It's just the lawyer guy check it out. You know what I'm saying? So to me, it look good. We locked in.
So this my take on it.
It should be official by at least by Friday. It should be official by Friday or tomorrow.
Right. Now, this is my take on it. If Gary Russell fuck around and beat Devin Haney, and I'm saying this because in order for it to be a rematch, and correct me if I'm wrong, Gary Russell has to beat Devin Haney.
We're going pay-per-view.
That's what I'm saying. It gotta be pay-per-view, because the rate that y'all going, if Gary Russell beat Devin Haney, the rematch gotta be on pay-per-view. This fight gonna be so big by the time the rematch happen. Y'all finna get paid. And that's what it's all about. Especially, you know, especially y'all coming together and doing business like real niggas should do. Y'all showed everybody all of that other shit is some bullshit. You know?
All that other shit some bullshit, man. You just gotta sit at the table and agree, dog. Once Bill got off that bullshit, everything was smooth, man.
Yeah.
Once the long back Bill got off that bullshit, and everything was smooth, man.
Right. So you know, I mean, how was it doing business? You know, doing business with them.
It was great.
Yeah.
Hey, son, when you get money with somebody, in boxing, unless you got a personal beef with them boxing, it ain't nothing. We do this every day. We spar. We do this. This shit ain't nothing. After the fact, we might go get some drinks with them or something. We might go celebrate with them. We got money with each other.
Right.
It ain't like, man, you know, it ain't like you're a real enemy or something.
It's business. And that's what people need to understand. When y'all kicking the shit, you know, going back and forth, that's just how we, you know what I'm saying? That's how we as black folks, that's how we do. That's how we talk to each other. It's all in good business.
Yeah, it's all in good business.
And y'all did something epic, because y'all was able to show the fans how real shit is negotiated when two fighters really want to fight. You feel me?
But you gotta have two real niggas sitting and talking to each other.
Right.
That's the only difference. That's the only difference. Two real motherfuckers gotta be sitting and talking. And it's gonna run smooth. Especially if they got a backing. Like if we'd have had a real backing, we'd have been on pay-per-view right now.
Y'all gonna have one after this. Believe that.
I know. I already know.
Believe that. You know, now another thing I want to ask you, because I've been fucking with Gary Russell ever since, you know what I'm saying, ever since he was coming out the Olympics. I've been fucking with Gary Russell. And so my thing was with, I knew Gary Russell's temperament. You know what I'm saying? I seen way back when Gary Russell got on AB head, when they tried to come at Gary Russell talking about AB had the fastest hands. This way back, probably like 2012, 13. He like, man, AB who? Adrian Bronner who? He ain't got no motherfucking fat, you know. So I knew that Gary Russell could talk that shit. But you know, we never really had seen him really promote himself and talk that shit. So what was the change? What made everything change?
Man, my brother, I had to sit down, man. And I told him, you gotta be the bad guy, dog. You gotta be the bad guy, dog. You can't be a Lomachenko. Lomachenko can do that. Don't say nothing. Play the good guy, because everybody's gonna love him anyway.
Right.
They're gonna love him anyway. It's people gonna love him anyway. Oh, you gotta play the bad guy. Don't know when black people and stuff want to look at something, they want to see a build up. They want to see a build up. Like if you look at something on YouTube, right, and there's a girl talking properly and she's mad, but she's talking properly and angry, but she's heated, you don't want to see it. Cause you thinking she bluffing because she's got this proper talk. And oh geez, wow, Woogie. You don't want to hear no shit like that. You want to hear bitch fuck you bitch ass. You want to hear that shit because you want to. Oh shit, something about to happen. Who bluffing? You want to see who bluffing?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And the thing is, everybody was always able to use that excuse with Gary Russell. Oh, well, he only fights once a year. This, and that. And my thing with it was, I'm so glad that he came out and really put pressure on these motherfuckers' heads because, to me, honestly, I think Gary could be a huge star right now if he had took that approach because he got the skills. You know what I'm saying? He got the skills, the ring IQ, all of that.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I can't really hear you because your phone I can't hear you no more.
Okay, can you hear me now?
It's like a little echo. I can hear you, but it's like a little echo. It ain't like it was at the first was loud.
Hold on. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay. Now I said that I've always known that Gary Russell got the skills, the hand speed, ring IQ, all of that, right? But I always would want him to come out and talk that shit because I know how he is. You know, I've been watching him, like I said, his whole career, so I know how he is, and I think that he will be a.
He try to use that Olympian type, clean cut. I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna keep my head down. My talent gonna get me there. But I had to talk to him like, bruh, people don't give a fuck about talent no more, bruh. They don't care about talent no more, man. They want to hear that nigga that talk that shit and do what he say he gonna do. That's the nigga they want.
Right.
That's the motherfucker they want. They want the nigga who talks that shit and do. See, that's what AB fucked up at. AB had that swag, but he couldn't deliver. AB will be a he'll be a mega star. And he's still a star.
Right.
But he ain't got the goods. He ain't got the goods.
World Combat Sports off in the building. Go check out my man World Combat Sports. He be putting it down. He say Loma don't promote shit, and he said they still big him up. Well, but Loma ain't he got a different skin complexion. I mean, shit. That's real.
Yeah, everybody at ESPN do it for him. Max Kellerman on his neck. I would thought Mike Kellerman was attached to Lomachenko.
Right.
He played Lomachenko up.
Now, so what I was saying is that I think that if Gary Russell had been taking this approach long years ago, right now, he'll be a huge star.
He'll be a huge star.
And so I mean, but
since the pandemic, Gary Russell was the hottest boxer right now.
Right now, yeah, he is. You can't deny that. You cannot deny that. The numbers don't lie. The numbers don't lie. Now, this is my thing, though, right? It's my thing. Gary Russell, he has Is he gonna stay at 135 for good? He because I heard him say he ain't really fucking with 130. So he at 135 for good now, right?
Man, he might do some history shit, man. He talking about, man, I just beat Lomachenko on him, man. If he get the fight with Terence Crawford, he might go down and unify with cause you know if he beat Lomachenko, he'll be an undisputed world champion at 35, right?
Right.
You know that, right?
Right. Yeah, right. Well, if Lomachenko beat Teofimo, yeah.
Man, I'm rooting for him.
Me too.
I'm rooting for him. Come on, Loma.
Nah, me too.
Yeah, so if he do that, right, we might go see Terence Crawford. We can't stop at 140 because we're gonna leave that for my little brother. That's my little brother. That's my little brother plate right there.
Now the Terence Crawford. Now the Terence Crawford situation, right? He made Terence Crawford look bad because Terence Crawford ain't said nothing. You know, cook on that situation, the Terence Crawford situation. Did he ever say anything back to y'all?
Nah, he ain't say nothing. He said that one time on social media that when he see my little brother, he gonna break his neck. Why do that? And you can show everybody what you would have done to him. If you would have had the opportunity in that gym. And let me tell you this. And look at this story. The story got all type of holes in it, right? Look at the story. And no, let me break it down the whole joint. What I think. Man, when my brother say something about this shit, right?
Right.
My brother say something about this shit. This nigga send a tweet out. He sent a tweet out. He don't come out with his video till 3 days later. So that means once he come out with his video, Mark Davis come out, and the nigga the other dude come out. What's his name? My brother said his name was the dude from Philly. He come out.
Jerron Ennis?
Nah, not the dude, not Jerron Ennis. It was another dude. He married Mo. He married the little Mo. He was a boxer. He was a good boxer back in the day as an amateur. You wait till 3 days to come out with your story. Then your story don't even sound convincing. I know what you did, sir. You waited for 3 days, you got in contact with Davis. You paid these niggas because they broke anyway. I know Davis broke. Two-shot Davis, he broke. So he needed a little bit of money. Because he tried to do some freak shit with my brother. But I ain't even gonna put that shit out there. So it looked like you waited for 3 days to get in contact with them to get their story straight. So how do it take 3 days to come back to tell a story? If you gonna tweet something, you should have just did what you did on Instagram, off the plate. You wait for 3 days to tell a story. And then after you tell your story, the other guys come out and tell theirs.
Right. Now let me tell you, because Terence Crawford, his cousin and them, his team be on here, right? And so I had asked his people directly, like, you know, what's good? The man said that he want to fight you. You know what I'm saying? And he like, nah, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? My cousin gonna fuck him up on sight when he see him. It's in the street. And I'm like, well, they can do that for money. They professionals. Like, they ain't street. They not, you know what I'm saying? They could have been street niggas in the past, but they professional boxers now. Like, that's their profession. So why don't they get this money in the ring? And he like, nah. He don't even, you know what I'm saying? When he see him, but that don't make sense to me because They not street niggas. I mean, like they professional fighters. That's what they do. They ain't in the streets for a living.
So you telling me he was jeopardizing all this little money, all this little sponsor, everything he got just to see my little brother in the street? Hey, cut it out, sir. Cut it out, sir. Cut it out, bro.
Yeah, so that just didn't really make no sense to me. I mean,
because you know he bluffing. Why not go ahead and sign that contract and beat up on the little guy like you said you would? Like you said you would, because you said you was trying to get the coach to put him in the ring with you.
Now let's address the fans. Let's address the fans that was it. Let me make this statement real quick. For all the fans that were saying that Gary Russell was clout chasing when he was calling out, when he was just clout chasing for a big fight when he's calling out Terence Crawford. He told you it was personal. Now, look, he said for 1.5 mil, he was going to jump all the way up there, right? To fight Terence Crawford, right? He was going to jump all the way up there, 20 plus pounds. Now he fighting. Now you said he was clout chasing, but he fighting Devin Haney for the same amount of money. Now make that make sense if he was clout chasing. Y'all can't, you know what I'm saying?
Motherfucker can't make that make sense. I'm the money I'm fighting for at 126. I'm gonna fight a dude 26 pounds, 21 pounds.
21 pounds.
21 pounds. I'm gonna fight a dude 21 pounds for what I can get for fighting a guy at 126.
Right.
That sounds like fight chasing me. That sounds like I want to fuck somebody up. That means I got something going on up here. I need to get up there and get to this guy.
Now, it would make sense if he was moving up and he was getting, 12, 15 mil, then you could say, okay, he just doing that shit for the money. But he showed everybody this shit was personal. He ain't give a fuck about the bread. He could get that bread at the division he in.
And then when Shawty jumped out there, we ain't want nothing but a half, you know what I'm saying? Another half a meal. But when he started talking about we was ducking and pricing ourselves out, what we do? We answered the call. When Kevin Farmer said he wanted to fight my brother, if Kevin Farmer wouldn't have lost, we'd have won the 130 and answered the call. We them type of guys, man. We them type of guys. Niggas talking shit, we going to shut them up. Come on, man. We going to shut them up.
Well, I mean, like I said, and like I always tell people on here, you got to believe a man for what he say until he show you different. Gary Russell, up until this point, he ain't never showed you different.
The only person who showed you different was the Tank Davis, because Lomachenko showed you different because he didn't want to fight Devin Haney. Terence Crawford showed you that he a bitch because he didn't even want to fight. And listen, you see, my brother got real beef with him, so I got beef with him. I'm calling him out his name. And I never call another man out his name because I'm a respectful guy. Man, respect man. But Terence Crawford a bitch. All right, now let me get back to what I was saying. Terence Crawford, that's a fade. He does 2 fades, 3 fades. He does 3 fades, dog. Listen, this how much bitch he is, dog. Damn. Keith Thurman, try to see that man. Keith Thurman be the best 140 pounder on his resume. Romax, we don't need no Keith Thurman. That's your fat ass up, nigga. So you telling me you rather have Jose Lopez and Keith Thurman? And Keith Thurman beat Jose Lopez was 2 years old with coming off surgery. Come on, man. Stop this shit, man. Hey, look, these guys can miss me with all that bullshit, man. You duck Keith Thurman. and he ducked his friend Sean Porter. He said, Sean, man, it ain't not right now, Sean. Not right now. Not right now, Sean. Come on, man. Who the fuck tell a nigga that, dog?
Hey, yeah, man, Bud out in these streets looking bad. His people gonna see this. He told them to tell me, fuck me. He already told them to tell me, fuck me, and I bet not ever asked him for an interview. I'm like, I don't want no interview. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just come on here speaking the real. I don't hold my tongue for nobody.
They say he don't do interviews with black people anyway.
Well, you don't.
You don't. So stay on there, stay on ESPN, stay on what's called, because they curve you, because they put on material in front of you and stuff. Come on, man. And he only got 14 fights.
You know, so I mean, it is,
And this how much he put. This how much he put. He had a chance to know where all the smoke was at. He had a chance to know where all the smoke was at. He stayed his ass over there with Bob Burr. Keep on yelling across the street, knowing they ain't really fighting people from across the street, man. If I got a rocket studs over here, I'm gonna make all my studs fight for the money can be in-house. And then we might see you next. We're gonna see you last. But you keep on talking about Earl Spence ducking your stuff at me.
Catfish. Catfish. Now, I didn't say that. Catfish. My take on Gary Russell and Terence Crawford, right? This is my take. I ain't say who would win and who would lose. My take is, if you a man, right, and you got and y'all got real beef with each other, right? And that man calling you out, and then you gonna disrespect him, both of y'all disrespecting each other, you got to see that man. And if you can make money off of it. What was that?
My brother, both of them ain't disrespect each other. Charlie only said something one time. He said, break your neck. My brother been disrespecting this man for like a whole month. He been disrespecting Terence Crawford for a whole month.
Right. And at that point, it's real beef. But the lovely thing about it is that you ain't got to get in the street. You ain't got to kill each other. You ain't got to put your hand on each other in the street. You get to put your hand on each other, right? Inside that square circle, and you get to do it for M's, for millions.
For some money. He get to do it. Listen, his contract is, he gets $3 million guaranteed, dog. He gets $3 million for all this fights guaranteed, dog. So you telling me, if you talking about my little brother too small, so that's easy work. He's too small. That's easy work. So you telling me you won't go get $3 million for easy work?
It didn't make no sense to me. Like I said, big, small, tall, short, whatever it is. I mean, you gotta go get that. You gotta go get that. Especially now, I would have understood if he had a Pacquiao fight, right? Something bigger, but he didn't. He ain't had nothing bigger. So you gotta go get that smoke. But you got to go get that.
He about to fight a Kell Brook that ain't fight at 147 and how many years?
What? 2017. So shit, it's gonna be damn near 4 years.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
And before that, he wasn't fighting at 147 because he fought Triple G at 160.
Yeah, because you know why?
Because he was ducking arrow. He didn't want that arrow fight.
No, I ain't talking about arrow. They was ducking Kell Brook. A lot of them champions.
Oh yeah.
They was ducking Kell Brook.
Yeah. Oh, that's a fact. Keith Thurman, all of them was ducking Kell Brook.
Keith Thurman ain't won that work with Kell. He could have been on the side with Kell Brook. He ain't won that work. Bam.
BFTV boxing. Sporting Advantage. Y'all see you Cassandra Mason off in the building. Yeah, for y'all just getting in, we got Gary Russell Jr. Brother on the line, Batman. We got Batman on the line. And yeah, so man, this shit gonna be epic. When your brother step in the ring with Devin Haney, this shit, every boxing fan gonna be watching this. Everybody gonna be watching this.
It's a 50-50 fight. When the last time you got a 50-50 fight? But I mean, you ain't have a 50-50 fight for the Earl Smith and Sean Porter. Sean Porter just shocked everybody and gave y'all a good ass fight. But everybody has Earl fighting Sean Porter out.
Right.
When the last time y'all had a 50-50 fight where y'all think, oh, you got people thinking this guy got the better chance and y'all think this guy got the better chance. It's a 50-50 split.
Yeah,
and this fight is so much of a good fight. Don't nobody believe Leo was going to beat Tank Davis, man. He don't hit it. He don't punch hard. When the last time Leo got a knockout?
Shit, I couldn't tell you. Real talk, I really couldn't tell you. Like I said,
is Fan still in the chat line?
I don't know. He might still be in here, but he ain't said nothing. He might. Ralph, if you still up in here, come to the table.
I asked him when the last time Leo was saying the food stopped tomorrow.
Shit, Yeah. He if he in here, he'll answer. If he in here still, he'll answer. But see, the thing is that the shit that Leo Santa Cruz did, after Leo Santa Cruz continued to duck your brother, after telling everybody on TV, not one, but several times that he was gonna go fight your brother next, and then continue to duck him. I didn't want to hear shit else from Leo Santa Cruz. I don't want to see him fight no Tank. I don't give a damn about that shit. That ain't no shit that I want to see. As a real boxing fan, I don't want to see that shit. But this Devin Haney and Russell.
I fuck with Al Haney, but fuck that fight. Don't nobody go pay for that shit. Fuck them.
But this Devin Haney, right? This Devin Haney and Mr. Gary Russell, this shit is gonna bring fireworks. I think this shit gonna be a fight of the year candidate. I think that I'm telling y'all right now, this shit gonna be the fight of the year candidate right here. What other fight do you got that can compare to something like this? I mean, we got Teofimo and Lomachenko. That's another good one. But this one right here.
That's another good one. And listen. And that's crazy. That's a hell of a fight right there. They know Lomachenko on sale. They put it on ESPN. Why y'all ain't do pay-per-view? Why they ain't do pay-per-view?
Yeah.
Lomachenko, this bad motherfucker. He's the number one pound for pound. Why y'all don't do pay-per-view with him and Teofimo Lopez?
Right. These are two hell of a fights. These is two big fights in the same weight division. When do we ever get this? Two big fights like this in the same weight division? This shit damn near unheard of nowadays.
I ain't get this shit since 1980, 80-something, early 90s.
Man.
I ain't been getting shit like this since the early 90s. Matter of fact, I ain't gonna say that. Like the early 2000s. Like the 2000s when you got Floyd fighting Diego Corrales. When you had Floyd fighting Castillo. When you had what this remind me of? De La Hoya and motherfucking and Sweet Pea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when are y'all looking to start training camp? Because I know Gary always stay in shape, but when are y'all looking to start training camp?
He say, man, once he signed the contract, man, he already in shape. He about to start going hard. All right, like we gonna start it now, or we gonna start going hard probably like that. I'm gonna say November.
Okay. And
spawn and all that in November.
So do y'all just work, with the family, or are y'all gonna look to bring, different sparring partners in?
Nah, we might do something different this time, man. We might go shit Las Vegas with Devin Haney, man. Pop up at the Mayweather gym, pop up at everybody's gym. You know what I'm saying? Pay a couple of people, man, go get some of that doghouse work.
Oh shit. So y'all gonna travel to get sparring this time. So what's it gonna look like? I mean, how does that work? If Devin Haney, do he train in the Mayweather gym? Is that?
I don't know. We ain't training that. We might stop past there to Sam.
Yeah.
We might stop past there to Sam.
Oh, yeah.
We gonna try to go to Vegas and be in Vegas for our training camp.
So y'all here.
We ain't really got. We ain't got to wear no sweatsuits. We ain't got to do none of that shit. We just got to train. We already at like 139, 140 right now. This shit about to be easy.
Okay, so he walking around 140 right now. So shit, he ain't got but nothing about 4 or 5 pounds to cut.
We ain't got to put on no sauna suit. We ain't got to do none of that shit. We just got to train. We ain't got to sweat nothing. This shit about to be easy.
So how often do Gary Russell train? Like, if he ain't got no fight coming up, how often do he train?
Train every day. Monday through Friday. We don't do nothing else.
It's a lifestyle.
Nothing else, man. Yeah, that's the lifestyle. It's been a lifestyle since we was young.
Right.
The only reason I fell off because, you know what I'm saying, other things, everything got my attention, man. You know what I'm saying? And Shorty and my other little brothers, man, they kept it going, and they kept doing what they were supposed to be doing, man. And you know what I'm saying? That's all they do. Listen, this is the lifestyle, dog. You come home from school, you do your homework, and we going to the gym at 7 o'clock. We go to the gym from 7 o'clock to like 10 o'clock, 10:30. We come home, you go to sleep, you wake up, you go to school, and do the same shit over again.
So you got Gary Antoine Russell, right? Let everybody know what weight class he is, because I mean, y'all got a whole stable. All the Russells, they coming, and I'm telling y'all, hey, they all killers.
We got Gary Antoine Russell, and we got Gary Antonio Russell. Gary Antoine Russell is at the junior welterweight division. He won a class with y'all man Bunny. AB. That Bunny out the closet, AB.
And shout out to Bunny. Shout out to Bunny Easter.
Yeah, let Bunny out the closet, man. Somebody, man, let Bunny, we been saying we want Bunny. I ain't hear nothing from him. Shorty will smash Bunny too. And Bunny, Shorty will stop you in like 3. Shorty will stop you in 3, Bunny.
So you saying that Gary Antoine Russell, right? You saying right now, you saying that Gary Antoine Russell, he been calling out Robert Easter, and you saying that he'll stop Robert Easter in 3 rounds.
In 3 rounds.
Hey, we gonna, somehow we gonna have to make that happen, because what's the young Bulls record right now?
13-0 with 13 knockouts, and he ain't been past 3 rounds yet.
Woo wee!
He ain't been past 3 rounds. He been fighting C and D opponents, and he been doing what he's supposed to do with them, stopping their ass.
So, and then now let everybody know about Gary Antonio Russell.
He's at 118. He hit hard as shit to be down there. he probably be intended for a goat, and not this fight, but his next fight. He should be fighting for that WBC title. So whoever down there, rigging down, whoever, Charlie will smash you. Don't look at his knockout highlights, man. He will smash you. He's 17-0, but I think he got 13 knockouts. And niggas hungry, man. Them young niggas hungry. They can't wait to start touching their bags, man. They hungry.
And you said he had one. He had one. What'd you say? 119.
118.
118. Yeah, he had 118. That's So
Hey, Monster anyway.
I was just finna say that.
Away from 122. Huh?
I was just finna ask you about him. I was just finna say that.
Monster anyway. You better hurry up and get the fuck away from 122. Because when this boy grabs his belt, he coming smack out to you. When this boy gets his belt, he coming smack out to you.
So,
you know,
I heard rumors that Gary Antoine Russell, right, at Gary Antoine Russell, he had 140, right? Now I heard that he sparred Jerron Boots Ennis. Now Jerron Boots Ennis he been out here calling out.
He beat him. He beat him.
Oh yeah, in the amateurs. My bad, in the amateurs. Yeah.
He beat him 3-1. He beat him 3-1. He beat him in the Golden Glove, the championship for the Golden Glove, and he beat him 2 times in Olympic tryouts. Devin Haney beat him that the first night, and my brother had to fight from the eliminator, and he won. There's only I think 5 people that did that. Gary Russell Jr., Floyd Mayweather Jr., Roy Jones Jr., have all these figures. God damn. Evander Holyfield and Gary Antoine Russell, man. And that's special, ain't it?
Yeah. And so just for everybody to know, because I want everybody to know how special Gary Antoine Russell and Gary Antonio Russell is, because you got to think.
I'm gonna tell you how special Gary Antoine Russell is. He's supposed to be a fucking Olympian, and they stole his medal from him. That's how bad he is. He's supposed to be an Olympian, a gold medalist Olympian, and they stole it from him. That's how special he is.
Cause he
Gary Antonio Russell, he's a slick motherfucker when he want to be, and he a dog when he want to be. So you don't know which one you want to get out of. He might box the shit out you, or he might just dog you down. But Antoine Russell is just a straight dog. He's going to run your ass over. He's going to get the touching with his shit, and I don't think he want that shit.
And so I mean, now y'all figured out the blueprint. Like like you said, you sat down Gary Russell, and you had a one-on-one talk with Gary Russell and told him what he got to do from now on out to blow up and get his name really popping out there. Right now, are you doing the same thing with Gary Antoine and Gary Antonio Russell?
Yeah, they about to start calling people up. They about to start talking. They definitely about to start talking.
Yeah, because I mean, now y'all got the experience. Now y'all see what worked, and that's what I'm saying. People gonna have to really look out for them, because I think their names they gonna blow up. They gonna blow up. I've been watching them. I've been watching them for years. They got the skills, and the next thing is for people just to start seeing them, and for their name to get out there.
Yeah. Man, we about to start it, man. That's why we chasing down Bunny. And my brother already had lied about the fight for a championship. He gonna start talking after he get his belt. After he get his belt, we want Martha anyway. We want this guy they talking about that's that good from China.
So you really going after Newey next?
Most definitely. Most definitely. Once he get his belt at 118, we're going to 122 for Monster anyway. He's a WBC champion. And we're going to relinquish our title to go see him.
Now, at 118, Gary Antonio Russell, what's his record?
He's 17-0 with 13 knockouts. Hold up. Let me get it accurate. No, hold up. I know Antoine record, but let me get Antonio accurate. Let me get accurate with this. I don't want to be inaccurate. Let me get accurate with this. I'm about to go to his box sweat.
Sporting that vet, Curtis Anderson. I see you in the building. The boxing historian. L Dog, what's good with it? Catfish, Stan G. I think BFTV already called you out. KP from KC5, what's good with it? Quay off in the building. Jupiter B off in the building. What it do? Let me see. El Marati off in the building. Chopstick off in the building. That guy off in the building. Bruce Goals off in the building. All right, go ahead.
No, I ain't get to you. I'm getting going on.
Okay. Yeah, but y'all better go watch for the Russells. They all coming hard and they all making noise. They all making noise. And they, you know what I'm saying? If you don't respect, they're going to make you respect them. All of them. I mean, we don't see this too often in boxing. A whole family with nothing but killers. They all built like that.
He's 17-0 with 12 knockouts.
Okay, so Gary Antoine. So we got Gary Antoine Russell, right, at 140, undefeated, 13-0 with 13 knockouts. We got Gary Antonio Russell at 118. He undefeated. He's 17-0 with what you say, 13 knockouts or how many knockouts?
We got 12 knockouts.
17-0 with 12 knockouts. So break down their styles because I want to get people to start checking for them. Check for them now before it's too late. Break down Gary and Antoine Russell style first for us.
Gary Antoine Russell is a boxer puncher. He's gonna walk your ass down behind the jab, and he's gonna try to stop you. He's gonna bull run you, hooks and bricks. Hooks and bricks when he gets to his destination. Gary Antonio Russell is gonna box the shit out of you, and when he gets you where he wants you, he's gonna start dropping that hard shit on you. He's just gonna start dropping that shit on you. Don't look at his fight. He's gonna start dropping that shit on you, and then he might clip you. And it's over. Because once any one of my little brothers gets you hurt, you're not surviving. You're not surviving.
Oh, I didn't seen it. Trust me. I like I said, I've been watching them. But for everybody, that's watching, everybody that's gonna watch, y'all go check for Gary Antoine Russell and Gary Antonio Russell. The Russells, I mean, they coming. And leading the pack is Gary Russell Jr. And if you're just getting in the building, Gary Russell Jr.'s brother's on the line, and they basically almost done. They just wait for, the contracts have been set, and they just gonna, sign the signature. So within, what would you say, within how long will we know, this fight is official for everybody that's just coming in?
It should be tomorrow, no longer than Friday.
See, there we go. So
for the day Tuesday, it should be tomorrow or Friday. The contract, the term sheet should be sent back, and then we get the contract and sign the contract, and it's on.
Now, cause I know you see the same shit I be seeing, right? I know that you see how everybody was saying that your brother was clout chasing, that he was ducking, he didn't really want to fight Devin Haney. He don't want to fight all these dudes that he calling out. Let them know how y'all rock for the ones that got all of that shit to say.
So we them niggas. If you wherever you live at, and you got that nigga that ain't scared of nobody, that's gonna rock on anybody, that's who we are. Every last one of them. Anybody giving our water, come. We ain't doing too much talking. So if you in our face, all that fake ass old school, like that high school shit, that soul punch shit and all that shit, nah, we cracking off at you because I ain't got time for that shit. I ain't got time for a nigga to steal off on me. I'm stealing off on you first. You can call me the sucker punch, you can call whatever. If you look at me in my eyes and you're aggressive, you need to know you're going to get hit on your chest. So that's how all my little brothers did. We are cold, man. We don't go for this. We ain't going for too much of nothing. You ain't going to play with us no type of way. And that's what it is. And this boxing shit, whoever we call out, that's who we want to fight. It ain't no clout chasing. We don't clout chase. If Terence Crawford would have answered the bell, we'd have been stepping in the ring with it. You see it now, Devin Haney was chirping from across the street. We wanted to, but he got to get it in the media. That's how you duck out, you overprice yourself. And what happened when he said that? What happened?
Yeah, I mean, hey, Gary Russell really showed his true colors. He came out and he really showed what type of man he really is, because we know that he wanted more money. You feel what I'm saying? So he was like, fuck it. If you gonna talk that shit, fuck it. I'll take the 1.5. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing. Just to show you that. Huh? Oh, okay. Just to show people, hey, I ain't fucking around. I'm real about this shit. And it don't get no realer than that. It don't get so. That's why I tell these fans, you gotta support fighters like Devin Haney and Gary Russell. You gotta support, because you got all these other fighters. They not rocking like that. They not. We see it.
It's three boogeymans in boxing right now, dog. It's three boogeymans in boxing, dog. But my brother leading the pack. He the grand boogeyman. Then you got Boo Boo. Boo Boo the boogeyman at 160.
Well, Wilder moved. Now, the only one I could say that really did some shit like your brother did is when Wilder, when he was trying to negotiate with Joshua, Wilder was moving the same way. Like
Wilder a cold man.
He a real one.
Yeah, he a real one. He's been a real one. He's been a real one since I met him at the Olympic Training Center. What's his name? Well, and Devin Haney is the youngest boogeyman in boxing.
Right. Right.
Man, you know what I'm saying? You gotta look at it. Shawty been pushing up on niggas, man. He been pushing up on niggas for real. My brother been talking because he don't go out. But Shawty, he live in Las Vegas. He been pushing up on them niggas. He been pushing up on them.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I said you gotta respect it. And shout out to Lumbros coming in from that Detroit, that 313. Just bet what it do now, and you gotta respect fighters like this, because these is real throwback fighters. They mentality is different than these other fighters. They got a whole different mentality. They got a whole different mentality than these other fighters that we see. You know what I'm saying? That's why I can't fuck with Tank Davis like that. I don't rock. He don't. You know what I'm saying? I don't rock with nobody that in. They talk shit to me all the time. Oh, you hating on Tank. I can't rock with that bullshit. I can't rock with all of that bullshit.
You see through the bullshit, huh?
Man, I've been seeing it.
He keep calling niggas clock babies ain't answer. Nobody told.
But
nobody called,
You know, but you know, so
this how you know much that Devin Haney is more than a soldier to him, dog. Devin Haney is 21 years old, dog. He ain't saying he ain't ready yet. Motherfucker, when that nigga first got his belt and they was talking about Lomachenko, I ain't ready yet.
He said that shit. You can't deny it.
Listen. And this is the bitch ass shit he did, right? And I ain't even want to bring this up. This is the bitch shit he did, right? When him and Floyd got in their little beef, he was like, Floyd was trying to set me up anyway. Floyd wanted me to lose. He tried to throw me in there with this first. When he fought for Jordan, he was scared of shit for real.
Hey,
Slim.
this shit happened. I know this shit happened. It happened. They can't say it didn't happen. It did. Like I said, if you go back, I don't even really want to get on Tank because this the Gary, you know, we did this the Gary Russell Devin Haney show tonight. But the thing is we just speaking the truth. Look at the look on his face when Floyd Mayweather threatened him, because that's what he did. He threatened him with a Lomachenko fight. Go back and look at that shit. When Floyd Mayweather threatened him with a Lomachenko fight.
He had that little dumbass look on his face. He had that dumbass look on his face like he saw a ghost. I remember the time. He was like, boy, he's been trying to set me up. He's been trying to set me up. He thought I was supposed to lose to Pedraza. I wasn't supposed to be in there that early with Pedraza. Oh, man.
Now, this is one thing I do want to say about Tank, right? Tank, he got a whole lot of talent. He got a whole lot of talent, but he don't have the discipline.
He does that because he haven't been in there with a talented fighter. He been in there with all the slow-footed Mexicans that's tailor-made for his style. That's gonna stand there and get punched. That stand there, don't have no good hand movement. Because he didn't look good against fucking, he didn't look good against, Gamboa. Because Gamboa had a little hand movement. He couldn't touch Gamboa like he usually could touch people. The Gamboa was moving around, and he had hand movement. Now go back to the rest of his other fights.
Right. Y'all hit my like button. If you in the building, punch the like button. It don't make no sense for you know what I'm saying. It don't take nothing to hit the like button.
Yeah, hit my man like button, man. He don't take no sense. He don't do nothing. He don't cost no money or nothing, man. Just hit the like button for my man.
So yeah, man. Tank. But see, this is the thing. What I wanted to get into. You hear what you said about Gary Russell and all his brothers. That shit a lifestyle. They're in the gym working on their craft, right? You said 6 days a week, right? Tank Davis, he didn't say it before. He don't see no gym until he get a fight. Yeah, so
that's why he always said shit.
So this is my thing, right? This is the thing that I always say, and I be arguing back and forth with these niggas about. I said, how can you continue to grow and get better if you stand out of the, you know what I'm saying? You stand out of the gym for 6, 7, 8 months at a time.
But listen, he ain't going up with AB. Then he got big head, with calm, and then when he lose, he gonna say, get back. I got to get back. I'm in the gym every day. I'm doing this every day. Come on, man. That's what he gonna do.
I see it though. I've been seeing it, so I keep telling them, okay, keep putting all your faith in Tank, because I see it. I see it because we didn't seen this same story before. You know, we seen it before. I ain't gonna lie. I was one of the biggest Adrian Broner fans when he was coming up the problem. Like, you know what I'm saying? You couldn't tell me shit about AB. But
we wanna go fucking do fucking shows, rap shows and shit. That nigga a dummy, man. That nigga could have been bigger than Floyd.
He could have been. I said that shit on here. He could have been bigger than Floyd if he had backed up that shit, because people don't understand how hard it is to have that discipline. We always hear about, oh, they got this talent, they got that, but the discipline is the key. A lot of niggas got talent.
Yeah, but they ain't got discipline. They ain't trying to stay in that gym. But listen to this though. All right, listen to this. You want to know why he could have been bigger influence? Because he's still relevant now.
Right.
He's still relevant now. So you telling me if he was delivered the goods, he'd have been bigger than Floyd. That's why Floyd really broke off from him. That's why Floyd broke off from him. Oh, he don't want nobody to be better than him.
Yeah, I mean, and see, the thing is I think that he could have been, because I mean, hey, he more entertaining than Floyd ever was outside of the ring. He more entertaining. He was more entertaining inside the ring too. Like, I mean, he did shit that niggas wasn't doing, you know. And he was.
His favorite slogan he came up with mine, and I fuck with AB. I can't say I don't, because I like the way he move. I mean, I don't like the way he move, but I like the way he entertain. That Cane Man. The Cane Man? Oh, man. When he came up with that slogan, that boy would have, if he would have just fucking just stopped that bullshit and just ate and slept boxing, that fucking Cane Man joint would be the fucking, niggas would be still saying it now. That'll be a legendary quote. Man.
Yeah, if AB had kept on the track that he was when he was coming up, he was, you know, because AB, he was used to stay in the gym, train, be focused. If he had did that and continued to get better,
he got that money. When he got that money, that shit changed people, man. Some niggas change, man. Some niggas can't just stay down and stay grounded. When niggas get that money, man, some niggas get that money. That shit like an adrenaline rush, right?
So, you know, speaking about that, how does Gary Russell, you know, he 32 now, how has he always stayed focused, even with the long layoffs? How has he always, you know, stayed focused and stayed disciplined?
We always in the gym. We go to the gym every day. He's been doing this shit since a baby. This is a routine. This shit is a built-in routine. It's built in. If you don't get what I'm saying,
right?
The man been doing this shit since he was like 5 years old. Nothing but going to the gym after school, coming home, going to work. Now he just sit around, take his kids to school, bring his kids home, go to the gym. Go get his kids from school, go to the gym. Right.
Now, I'm gonna say something right here. This is a reason why. This is another reason why this is a great fight. I'm gonna let everybody know. This is what I want to say. Now, you heard what he just said about Gary Russell, that the gym and getting better in the boxing gym, that's a lifestyle. He do that shit every day. You know what I'm saying? 6 days a week, right? He in the gym. Now, this is what I want to say about Devin Haney. I got a man's, you know what I'm saying? One of my mans, he pretty close to Devin Haney, you know? And he told me like this. He told me this, you know, a while ago. He told me this a while ago. He said, look, Kay. He said, look, Kay. He said, when we go to the club, he said, I party with a lot of these fighters. I'm not going to name no names, but a lot of these up and coming cats, that's the best. That, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna name their names. He said, we all, you know what I'm saying? He said, I go to the club with all of them. I fuck with all of them, right? He said, look, he said, listen to this. He said, I'm gonna tell you something about Devin Haney. He said, Devin Haney gonna be better than all of them. I said, why you say that? He said, because when we go to the club, he said, all of the rest of them, they be drunk. He said, some of them, we got to carry them through carry them out the club, hide their face. He said, we got to do all of that. He said, Devin Haney be in the club. He said, he drink water. nothing else but water. He said he drink, you know what I'm saying, his water all night. He don't smoke, he don't drink, he don't do none of that shit. And he said he trained every day. So that's why this gonna be a great fight, because you got two of the top elite professionals, right, in all of boxing, and both of them take their craft that serious. Both of them don't fuck around at no given time.
Listen, he want to be like Floyd, man. He's taking the Floyd Mayweather blueprint. He want to be like Floyd.
But see, this the thing, Batman. You got a lot of these niggas that want to be like Floyd, but they don't have the discipline, and he do. So that's one thing I love about Devin Haney.
That's what I'm saying. He took the whole Floyd Mayweather blueprint. That's what Floyd used to do when he goes to the club. He drinking nothing but water.
Right.
They say Floyd might come out the gym and start jogging.
He do.
Go in the car, make his men go in the car, get his sweat, and run home from the gym. That's all that. He copied the right cat. That's all.
Yeah. So my point that I was making is this shit. So I'm so excited about this fight because you got two of the best, and you ain't gonna get no excuses. It ain't gonna be like, oh well, I should have trained harder, or you know, I this and that. You gonna get the best out of both of these cats because that's a lifestyle for both of them. You know, both of them stay in shape and they eat shit, sleep boxing.
That's all they do. That's all they do is just my brother got a better IQ than my brother got a better IQ than Devin Haney.
So break down how you see this fight going.
I see this fight going. Devin Haney is going to try to outbox my brother. My brother's going to get up on all that, touching him up. Devin Haney is going to try to walk my brother down. And he might run into something because he never been in there with somebody that punched his face. That can react, that can catch your punch and shoot something that can hurt you. He never been in the ring with nobody like that. See, Bill Haney was doing that shit online. No, my brother don't just do that. My brother ain't even show all his skill set yet, though. No, because he haven't had to. There's nobody that great yet that my brother seen that he had to show his whole skill set. The only reason he probably ain't show his whole skill set around Lomachenko because he was dehydrated. But if he would have fucking not been dehydrated, Lomachenko would have got his whole skill set.
Right. You know what really impressed me with Gary Russell is not only the JoJo Diaz fight, but the King Tug fight. That shit, I mean, he you know, Gary Russell really let his nuts hang. You know that, I mean, he went in there because that
whole fight, motherfuckers try to say that was a competitive fight. My brother beat King Tug ass for 6 rounds, then he started walking him down. My brother dictated the whole pace of that whole fight.
And see, a lot of motherfuckers think that King Tug was shit. I be trying to tell him King Tug, he a hell of a fighter. And for your brother to do, and he big too. He big as shit too.
Listen, King Tug is gonna be a champion, just like JoJo Diaz. And then my brother gonna have another good motherfucker on his resume. That's it. That's all, man.
Yeah.
That's all. That's why I say Terence Crawford resume some shit. Everybody he beat when he was at 140 champion, when them weak ass champions was up there, when he beat them niggas went down. They ain't elevate and go get a championship again. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So for people want to know this, Batman. How is your brother? How's Gary Russell gonna get past Devin Haney's jab in the length? That's what people want to know.
That jab ain't nothing. He gonna close the distance. he's going to close the distance with Devin Haney jab is not going to be long. He's going to close the distance. Everybody can't tug the same size as Devin Haney. Come on, man. That's Cam Tug is the same length as Devin Haney. Be real. Cam Tug was 5'7" with long arms. And what happened to him? With a decent hand speed. Devin Haney got decent hand speed. He don't have no super blazing hand speed. He got decent hand speed.
Who just bet? He say I got 5,000 on Haney. Hey, shit. I mean, hold on, my man. Hello, can you hear me? Hold on. I just bet. He said he got 5,000 on Devin Haney.
Tell him better. Who is it?
I don't know. I don't know who he is. I don't know if he a troll. I don't know who he is. So
hey, tell him to go to Instagram and go to Everything Still Credit.
Spell that out for him. So he'll everything still. He said if you got 5,000, he said bet that. He said go to Instagram and go to Everything. Spell that out. So how you got it spelled? Because I know you got it spelled different.
Nah, I got to spell it. Everything still. Still spelled STILL Cruddy CRUDDY. Everything still Cruddy. Yeah,
okay. Yeah. And I mean, I ain't gonna get into that, but that 20 racks that I said I was gonna put up, I don't even want to say his name, but you know what I'm talking about. I'm serious about that. So if boy.
You talking about Bill Haney flunky?
Yeah, yep. So I'm serious about that. I got that 20 racks. If you know, if he want to get in the ring with you,
This how much Bill Haney flunky is a fake nigga. He calling my phone right now. He done called me twice right now. I ignored the call.
Well, let him know. He know who I am. He know me. He know me. I ain't gonna say his name on here because everybody, you know, the chat gonna get off.
He trying to get me on the panel. I don't want that nigga panel. Fuck that nigga.
Nah, you tell him it's 40 racks over here. Tell him you got 20, I got 20. You know, hey, all I want is if he loses 5. All I want is 5 back.
You know the dude, what's his name, Gusto, right?
Yeah.
I'm about to try to get him to do it for 20 racks. Cause he just jumped out there last night talking about I'm a boxer. He probably with some shit. He live in my area, so it ain't gonna be hard for him to get to our gym.
Yeah.
I'm about to get in a little bit of shape. I'm about to start working back out. I'm about to get in a little bit of shape. And yeah, if he think I'm playing, I still got my little bit of skills, man. Go to my page. I got my son right now on my page. My son 6 years old, look like he's a fucking 12-year-old.
Nah, I was checking him out. Hey, little dude gonna be a beast. You already can tell how he built. He gonna be a beast. Yeah, he gonna be a problem. You know.
Work out. The same thing my brother do. That's the same thing he do. Every day after school, he hit the treadmill, push-ups. He do his weights. He's doing 300 sit-ups straight. It's not a game. I'm getting my son ready for war, dog. My son gonna be a boxer puncher. And he's gonna be a boxer slick puncher.
You said Gusto. I don't think I know who that is. Somebody else put it in the chat too.
He a chubby dude that be on the dude. I ain't gonna say his name neither.
Yeah.
Bill Haney Flunky. Bill Haney Flunky. He be on Bill Haney Flunky. Little podcast shirt.
Okay, yeah, I gotta check it out. Like I said, that's y'all business. But like I said, on Fred's shit the other night on Barbershop Conversation, you can't, cause I seen, I seen how he did when Gary Russell, when he was
on some police shit, man.
I seen you can't do all of that.
Man, he was on some police shit, man.
Yeah.
I ain't with that shit, man. And if you gonna do that, just do it. You know what I'm saying? I'll never tell on you or nothing.
You said he good.
If you just do it. Don't show nothing.
You said you're gonna call them folks on you.
Man, you talking about the first time?
Well, see, okay, so the first time I seen is when your brother, when Gary Russell was on Barbershop Conversations, right? And then yeah, he like, and I'm like, he came on there, he real disrespectful. And I'm like, man, come on, man. You like, now you doing too much, right? And then when he came, recently and got at you and I'm like, this dude, you can't disrespect another man like that and call another man all type of bitches and all that shit he was saying, and then not be prepared, right, to stand up for physical combat when another man call you out, because you already then took it to that level. So it ain't no going back now.
Yeah, it ain't no going back. At first I sparred with him, and then he did it again. He flipped. Listen, this is what he do, right? I'm on Drew Titan, right? Man, he called me. And Drew Titan a good nigga, Slim.
Yeah, Drew Titan, that's the nigga.
I mean, 7, 8, and all them real too, but he the first realest nigga I met from the LGBT. No, my fault. Fred was. But he, he the second nigga I met that's really shit from the LDBC. Motherfucker. So the flunky, he get me to get on, right? He was like, man, once you gonna explain that we cool now, this and that. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm gonna do that. I'll do that. So I get on G Titan. So he just get to talk on all records. He's like, man, what about we got that one? We can make it personal and this and that. I was like, all right, make it personal then. Man, I'll fuck you up. You know what I'm saying? It was personal. Since you going down to Devin Haney, once you get in this ring and tell Devin and them to put that money up, and I'll fuck you up. And if I don't stop you, you can get 10,000 back. Come on, man.
Hey, that shit sound good to me. I don't see what the problem is. Like I said, if you're willing to go at a man like that, you got to be willing to, engage in physical combat. It ain't no street shit. It ain't no talking about no killing this, get it in. And y'all talking about getting it in the ring. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Hey, that's what I told him. Even with the dude Gusto. You started talking about I'm a boxer. What the fuck? What you telling me that for? Just tell me you want to fade. Don't tell me you're a boxer. Tell me you want to fade.
Right.
If you want to fade out, you live in my area. He live in the DMV area. I will get your Instagram, send you the joint to the gym. Matter of fact, I'm gonna ask my brother first when you come to the gym. Then I'm gonna send you the check to the gym. And I'm gonna fuck you up.
Like I said, I mean, we can all put money up. We you know what I'm saying? We can make this happen. Like I said, I was serious about that shit I made. I wouldn't, motherfuckers that know me know I ain't playing. So, hey.
Man, if you try to put your money up with me, that's cool. Like I said, I'm gonna fuck one of them up.
Yeah.
With Gusto, you live. If Gusto or anybody that knows Gusto or anybody that be on, I'm gonna say this nigga name one time. H Money is a zone nigga. If you ever be on this podcast, tell him and Gusto, I got 20,000. No, me and my man, what's your name again?
It's shit. He know me everything boxing. KT, everything boxing. Mr. Everything boxing. Hold on, my man. You still there?
Yeah, I'm there.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead. You everything boxing.
Everything boxing.
Yep.
All right. Man, everything boxing got 20 apiece, so we got 40. Y'all put y'all money up. If somebody try to put 40 up for Gusto, I'll beat the shit out of Gusto. I ain't giving you shit back. But H Money, if I don't knock you the fuck out, I will give you motherfucking 20 back. And let everything boxing have the whole 20.
Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. Shit, let them know. I don't even, you know what I'm saying? Let's make it happen. We didn't put it out there already. Just make it happen.
Oh man, I get in shape right with my brother for his fight, and we can do it in December.
Hey, let's do it.
I will train with my brother, get in shape, and fuck both of y'all up or fuck one of y'all up. Let's so you the closest, so you can get it first.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? I'll fly out there to the DMV, and we can do it live. You know what I'm saying? We can do it live right here.
We can put it on my brother live.
We can do that too.
Hey, we can put it on my brother live.
We can do
live on IG.
Yeah, on Gary Russell Jr. channel. We can do that too. Hey, let's make it happen. This Gary Russell Jr. brother. This Gary Russell brother, Batman. Yeah, shit. We can make that happen. Like I said, so I mean, the word out there, make it happen. I'm with it.
It's out there, make it happen.
Yeah, so man.
Make it happen.
So once again, this fight between Gary Russell Jr., right, and Devin Haney is gonna be big. Y'all see it already. This the talk of boxing right here. Y'all see it. You know what I'm saying? And it's only gonna get bigger and bigger because we all gonna push this shit to the max. We all gonna push this shit to the max.
This is gonna be the biggest fight on the zone.
Hey. Hey, y'all might fuck around and bring the zone back with this. You might bring them out the dirt.
Hey, this is gonna be the biggest fight on the zone.
Hey, but I mean, and really, shout out to the zone for letting this shit pop.
Hey man, shout out to the zone, man. I wish the zone had fucking pay-per-view. And we'll show motherfuckers who really the stars in boxing.
Yeah, shout out to the zone for making this shit pop off. So man, Batman, I appreciate you for coming on. You welcome to come fuck with me anytime.
I thought you was talking about Devin Haney and Gary Russell. I had to come on. I don't care how small your platform is. I'm gonna just come on to everybody's platform. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's
how real I am, dog. If I see my brother's name on your drink, I'm coming on.
Right.
Anybody. If y'all listening, if y'all got my brother's name on your drink, and I'm going through my phone and I see it and it's live, I'm coming smack on it.
Already. Like I said, man, and like I said, you come fuck with me anytime. We gonna be pushing this fight. You know what I'm saying? We gonna be full force pushing this fight. So, man, I appreciate you.
All right, baby. I'm gonna subscribe to your channel, baby.
I appreciate you. All right.
All right.
I bet.
Right, man.
I bet. So, there y'all have it. Caller, I seen you calling. Call back in. Whoever was calling, call back in. Hold on. Hey, turn your background down. Okay, what's good with it, caller? Where you calling from?
Baltimore.
What's happening with it? What's your name?
My name Wood.
Okay, Wood, what's good with it, homie?
Man, I appreciate it. I just now seen your channel. You was talking about it. I'm subscribed to your channel right now. I support your channel. I just want to say I want to appreciate the people who made this fight. And I'm a shout out to Gary Russell team and Devin Haney team for stepping up, and they might be the saviors of boxing because they hope they start a new trend, because a lot of people call people out on social media, but these are the first niggas who stepped up and made the fight happen. They was about what they said it was about, and there's not a lot of men like that in this world who say something and really mean what they say. So I would shout out to Batman, Gary Russell, Devin Haney, and Bill Haney, and everybody in the LDBC who was trying to make this fight happen and kept it cool and they take nothing personal, got down to business. That's all I really want to say. I'll talk about who I think will win, but it's not going to be no losers in this fight. That's the only thing I want to say. Everybody profile going to be raised in this fight, and they're going to be able to get the fights they want to, because I believe the people going to get behind everybody in the fight. There's going to be no losers in this fight. Everybody is winning, especially for our community, because they say we can't draw. It's going to prove that we can draw. And a lot of these people that say, we got to fight a Mexican, or we got to fight that, that's going to prove different. This fight going to prove different, because this fight is bigger. This fight getting more noise, more traction than all the other fights that was made before them. This fight is being talked about more than Earl and Danny. It's being talked about more than Tank and Lomo. Is getting talked about more than the Charlo fight and everybody else fight out there. This fight right here is the talk of boxing. That's all I gotta say. Keep banging.
I appreciate you. Appreciate you for calling in.
No problem.
Already. Yeah, so I mean, yeah, y'all hear it, man. Y'all heard it from Gary Russell Jr., brother. Y'all got the breakdown. Y'all know what's going on now. You know, all y'all up to speed, and everybody should be supporting this fight. This is the type of shit that we've been begging to see in boxing. You know, the best fight the best. Just like BFTB say, the best fight the best. This is what we've been begging for. This is what we want to. We talk about the UFC all the time because the UFC, they, the best fighting the best over there. We got it right here. Look no further. Devin Haney, Gary Russell Jr., it's finna happen. It's finna go down in a major way, y'all. So, we gonna continue to talk about this, and there it is. Before I go, we've been on here cooking for over 2 hours. Before I go, if anybody else got anything else to say, let me know. Just Bet, Mystic Reds, I see you. Yeah, so and I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Come fuck with me tomorrow. You know when I come on, I usually be on at 4:30 p.m. Pacific time. That's 6:30 Central, and that's 7:30 Eastern time. Pull Counter Boxing, what's good with it? He says 2 brothers made it happen. And before I go, you got to give a shout out to Fred from Barbershop Conversations. You know what I'm saying? The shit really got this popping off over there. You know what I'm saying? Before anything, give a shout out to Blue Blood Sports TV, 78 Sports TV for non-international. Hold on, we got another caller. Take one more. What's good, caller? Where you calling from?
I'm calling from Texas, but I'm originally from England, bro.
Okay. What's your name, man?
My name's Tony, bro.
Tony.
Okay, what's the word?
Well, I gotta say, man, I appreciate Gary Russell Jr. making all that noise this last couple months on this COVID. He's been very entertaining, bro, but now he's stepping up to the plate. He's not just talking. So we gotta respect that, man. And boxers don't talk like him anymore, man. They used to. He's calling everyone out, whether he can win or not. I respect that because I'm an old school boxer, right? So I appreciate when somebody's just putting it all on the line. Now, I think he's fighting too much than he can chew. Devin Haney is at 135. He might not be proven, but he's already a bigger man. And he's got some credentials from before anyway. With Gary Russell Jr. coming up 2 weight, I think he's fighting too much than he can chew, though. But the entertainment factor is respected in the boxing world.
Right. I agree with you, man. You go ahead.
Let me just say this as well, bro, before you speak. So where he's calling out Terence Crawford, that's a whole wrong avenue. That's a wrong turn to take. Because as far as I'm concerned, that's pure entertainment for the TV, but that ain't going to be entertaining for Gary Russell in the ring. That's what I feel, with knowing with Terence Crawford, with what he can do at 140 and 147. So we're seeing after all the smoke that he's been blowing, yeah? He's been blowing a lot of smoke lately. And Devin Haney's just gone, all right then, I'll fight you. Let me put it to the test. I respect that he got that fight. I'm glad he's not fighting Terence Crawford at all. I'm just glad he's fighting Devin Haney. Because I see Gary Russell Jr. got a good chance for the first 4 or 5 rounds if he can land a proper man shot. Because he's got man strength. He's 30 years old. Devin Haney's 21. Some experience is there. But, you know, just to see that there's no one making no noise in the boxing world and to see little Gary Russell Jr. step it up like that, we all respect him. I'm talking, we respect him from England, from different people I speak to in boxing. We want to see people speak out to make it happen because the promoters can't make it happen as much at the moment because of the situation that we're in. Just to see Gary Russell Jr. make it happen from the media and social media, I hope other boxers follow to make fight. What do you think about that?
Well, I mean, you said a lot. I mean, as far as the Terence Crawford situation go, you know, I mean, these are 2 men that got problems. Whether you feel that Gary got a chance or not, you know, I mean, he still got to address that situation. You know, they still professional fighters at the end of the day. You know, get in the ring and see what happened. You know, we don't know what happened until they get in the ring with each other because they both, you know, top quality fighters. They both A-class fighters. Get in the ring and see what happened. So that's all I'm gonna say about that situation. The Devin Haney, the Gary Russell Jr. Devin Haney fight, this is a 50-50 fight. You know, this is a 50-50 fight. I know a lot of people doing the same shit. They trying to act like Gary Russell don't have no chance. People sleeping on Gary Russell. He has a huge chance at winning this fight. Both, like I said, it's a 50-50 fight. A fight that I wouldn't bet on, that I'm not going to bet on. I'm just watching because it's a great fight, you know. And then what else you say? My bad, man.
I just wanted to ask you, so you're not leaning towards Devin Haney or Russell Jr. You're in the 50-50, right in the middle, yeah?
That's right. Yeah.
Okay.
Just because,
well,
and I'm gonna explain.
Look, I respect your opinion, bro. I respect that.
And I'm gonna explain why I'm saying that. The reason I'm saying that is because, I know how great Gary Russell Jr. is. You know, I've seen him fight his whole career. I know what he could do. You know, and his brother said we ain't even seen all of his skill sets yet. You know, but I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how good Gary Russell is at 135 because I haven't seen him fight at 135, right? I also don't know how good Devin Haney is in his own weight class. I know that Devin Haney got skills. I know that he looks good, but I don't know how good he is because I haven't seen him in the ring with nobody like a Gary Russell Jr., big or smaller, right? I haven't seen him in the ring with nobody on that level. So until we see him in the ring with somebody on that level, and we're gonna get to see it with Gary Russell, and we're gonna get to see how good Gary Russell is at 135. This is a mystery fight. You feel me? On both ends. If you break this fight down, it's a mystery fight on both ends. Devin Haney got the size advantage, but if you break it down, right? Other than that, you got Devin Haney with the size advantage, but you got Gary Russell with the better resume and the experience on his side, you know? So you got factors when you break them down that makes it a 50-50 fight. And it's just going to be exciting to watch, because we don't get fights like this in boxing often, to where you really just can sit and you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know who's going to win. And that's just how I feel about it.
I think the story is, if Gary Russell Jr. does anything to Devin Haney, he becomes in the talks of becoming a great. But if Devin Haney beats Gary Russell Jr., he was on the path to go into amazing situations. So it's like you know what I mean? It's difficult to say that Devin Haney's 50-50, because Devin Haney's just started off going to go to great places in his life. He's looking to become a legend. So yeah, for the resume, I respect what you're saying. The hardest resume fighter Devin Haney is going to be fighting is Gary Russell Jr. But he's 2 weights below. We can't forget that.
I mean, but you got to understand, right? History in boxing, what has history told us, right? History has showed us when you have someone like Gary Russell Jr., right? That, and let me break this down to y'all and explain this to y'all. When you got somebody like Gary Russell Jr. that continues to work on his craft every day, that eats, sleeps, and shits the gym. He stay in the gym training, that he stay working on different things. He stay getting better and better, right? When you have a fighter like that, right? History have showed us that a fighter like that, no matter how big or small they are, they're able to go up and down in weight and do great things. Look at Mayweather. Look at Roy Jones Jr. Look at Andre Ward, you know, and I can name, you know, history has shown us that. Look at Manny Pacquiao, that a fighter with that level of discipline, that stays in the gym, that has the talent that he does, they're able to do things like that, you know? So you're not looking at no just normal man going up, you know, going up 2 weight classes. You looking at a special fighter, and special fighters are able to do special things in the ring. And so this is why y'all sleeping on Gary, and y'all better stop sleeping on him.
All right, so I respect that. I'm going to remember that too, because as we're seeing that, you know, it shows that you made a big statement. You're really at 50-50 with both of them. So that's, you know, and you told me why, and I appreciate that too. But I just think that, personally speaking, Devin Haney hasn't been tested where we can call him to become a great yet. So that's why we're on a 50-50. Maybe that's why you're saying 50-50, because he hasn't been tested. Devin Haney hasn't been tested.
Right. That's and that's one of the reasons I said we really don't know. We know that Devin Haney, you know, we know that he's good, right? But we don't know how good he is, because this ain't just for Devin Haney. This is my take on any fighters. I'm still saying the same shit about Tank and a lot of these other cats, because you don't know how good a fighter is, right, until he steps up and.
What are you? If you're saying that about Tank, what about Lopez, the one who's fighting Lomachenko? Are you saying the same thing about him?
Yeah, because I mean, he beat Richard Comey, right? I'm gonna tell you like this: he beat Richard Comey, but Richard Comey was a tailor-made style for Teofimo Lopez. Richard Comey, he's a fighter that's gonna go in there. He's going to bang with you. He gonna bang with you. He not gonna move around. He gonna be right in front of you. And he gonna try to get you up out of there. So that type of fighter, it was tailor-made for Teofimo, because if you stand in front of Teofimo and you bang with him, if he catch you, then you fucked up. And that's what he did. He called what's his name? I just said his name. Comey, yeah, my bad. So he caught Richard Comey. He caught Richard Comey. You know, they was both throwing. He caught him. Bam, his shit landed first. And it's a good night. That's a tailor-made style matchup for him. But you've never seen Teofimo Lopez in there with the real boxer that can, you know, punch and box and move and do different things. So to me, we still don't know how good he is against a real A-level opponent because Richard Comey is not an A-level fighter.
Though, is it? You don't call class him and Lomachenko 50-50, do you?
Me, no. I got Lomachenko beating his ass.
All right, so I'd say 65-35 you're giving that.
Me to really probably more like a 70-30 because I don't the only chance that I see Teofimo winning is by knocking Lomachenko out. And that's a slim chance. That's a puncher's chance. I don't, you know, that's a lot. Most people disagree with me, but you know what I'm saying? If you disagree with me, put your money up and we can make something happen. But yeah, I'm confident.
You just said that online live around everybody around the world. Can hear that, bro.
People know me. This ain't this much. You might be new to me, but people know how I roll. And I've been saying
to your channel, bro. I just came on this thing.
Okay, yeah. Make sure that you subscribe, man. I
will subscribe.
Yeah. This is and everybody. If you in here watching, make sure that you subscribe to the channel. Everything Boxing and Sports on YouTube. Make sure that you go to my YouTube and subscribe to the channel. But yeah, that's how I roll. I mean, I'm confident in that fight. That's a fight that I'm confident in that I will be putting money up on Lomachenko. I already got money on Lomachenko. I got a couple thousand up on him already.
I'm going to tell you straight up right now. I'm not going to bet against you either.
Yeah. I mean, I don't win them all. I lose some shit. I lost big on Pacquiao versus Thurman, but you know, I mean, hey.
All right.
But I mean,
well, we win some, we lose some. We win some, we lose
right,
some.
Right.
Hey, I just want to touch this point because you got both fights on your podcast today. You got the Kell Brook versus Terence Crawford. Is that a done deal, bro?
So the Kell Brook versus Terence Crawford. What I'm hearing, and I forgot I even put that up. So the Kell Brook versus Terence Crawford fight. Basically, with the reports that's coming out is that they pretty much, you know, in their final stages of negotiating. It's almost done. It's not official yet, but it's almost done. That's another fight that I'm looking forward to see because, you know, hey, we don't know what we're going to get. We still haven't seen Terence Crawford in there with an A-level opponent, especially at 147. Like, to me personally, I don't think I've ever seen, I know I have never seen Terence Crawford in there with an A-level opponent. Kell Brook.
Everybody needs to subscribe to this guy, bro. This guy is not prejudiced in any way. I'm just speaking up, bro. I speak to a lot of podcasts. You're straight up, bro.
Yeah. Kell Brook.
Something right now that shows me that it doesn't matter if you're black, Mexican, English. You're about the fighters. I respect what you're
doing. Oh no, man. I go with, you know, shit. I really watch, but like I'm really do this. So, you know, Kell Brook at one point in time, Kell Brook was an A-level fighter. You know, he still might be an A-level fighter. We don't know because we haven't seen Kell Brook fight another top opponent, right? That's gonna test him like that since he fought Errol Spence way back in 2017. So a lot of people say that Kell Brook is washed up. Well, we don't know if he's washed up until he really shows us that he is washed up. He hasn't showed us that yet, but also he hasn't been in there with an opponent that could, you know, give him the work that he needs to show if he is washed up or not. So we don't know if Kell Brook is still that Kell Brook that fought Errol Spence or if he's washed up. So we don't know that. So if we get the Kell Brook that went in there against Errol Spence Jr., if we get that Kell Brook, Terence Crawford got problems. He got serious problems on his hands.
What about the Kell Brook, which was hungry, who came to Sean Porter's country on his own backyard and won the title? That's the Kell Brook I think you're looking for.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think, you know, a lot of people like to make excuses for Kell Brook in the Errol Spence fight, but I think that's the same Kell Brook, around the same Kell Brook that we got in the Errol Spence fight. So I'm saying if you get that Kell Brook of old, right, in somehow we get that Kell Brook and he shows up against Terence Crawford come fight night. Terence Crawford's gonna have a real problem on his hand because honestly, I think Terence Crawford is a very good fighter. I think he's a great fighter, but I don't think that Terence Crawford is the fighter that is as good as Errol Spence was in 2017. I don't think that. I think if you put that Errol Spence in the ring with Terence Crawford, that Errol Spence runs over Terence Crawford, bulldoze him. So I mean, and that's just my honest opinion.
Not many people have made that statement, bro. Not many people would make that statement confidently, but that's because Terence Crawford's credentials are better than a lot of fighters at 147, but he hasn't been proven at 147. The only person he's beat is Jeff Horn, who got lucky with Manny Pacquiao. That's the only person. And Jeff Horn, don't get me, listen, I hope Australians don't get upset. He's a B+ fighter. I'm not even going to put him on A-. He's a B+ fighter.
Jeff Horn is nowhere near a B-class fighter. Jeff Horn is, first of all, Jeff Horn did not beat Manny Pacquiao. Everybody knows that fight. Everybody knows what happened. They fucked over Manny Pacquiao over there in Australia because at that point in time, Top Rank was pretty much done with Pacquiao. You know, Top Rank, they didn't want to pay Pacquiao what he was asking for no more. So, you know, the fix was in. That, you know, that's why they had Manny Pacquiao go over there in Australia. He got robbed over there. That's what happened. Jeff Horn was a school teacher. Nobody think that Jeff Horn is a C-class fighter. And Jeff Horn was a C.
I'm just trying to be nice, man. There might be some Australians listening to you. You know what I mean?
I mean, we got to keep it real. That's what we do over here. You know, Jeff Horn is a C-class fighter. That's what he is. And I mean, Jeff Horn, when Jeff Horn got that belt, everybody was trying to go after Jeff Horn because everybody in the division at that time, they knew that Jeff Horn was easy money. That's in Terence Crawford.
And the title.
Yeah.
And the title.
Yeah, easy money at that title. Terence Crawford, you know, he was the one that got chosen, and everybody knew that Terence Crawford was going to go beat Jeff Horn. Like, these are not 50-50 fights. These are not fights that are toss-ups. These are fights. Terence Crawford, all his fights are against opponents that you know that he's going to go in there and beat. Like, you've never seen Terence Crawford in a fight to where you was like, damn, I don't know. Like, I'm kind of scared to bet on this one. I don't know. Like, it's easy money fights. That's another reason why this Devin Haney and Gary Russell is going to be such a big fight. And that's a great fight because it's truly, to me, a 50-50 fight. You don't know who's going to win.
So I think I'm just as excited about that fight now as I was excited about Tank versus Santa Cruz.
I never was excited about that fight because I don't.
Are you not excited about Leo Santa Cruz against Tank? Tank's
No.
gonna get at least a fighter that he can fight now.
No, not at all. Because Leo Santa Cruz is not. He's not impressive to me. Like I think that Tank should go in there and destroy him. If Tank doesn't go in there and destroy Leo Santa Cruz, if he has problems with Leo Santa Cruz, Tank is going to damage. That's going to do a lot of damage to his career. I think that Tank is going to go in there and destroy Leo Santa Cruz as he should.
Well, he should do that. But I'll just say that Leo Santa Cruz at least has some resume and a name for Tank to go against because we ain't seen that with Tank at the moment for a while. And that's going to be the best fighter he's fought so far. So it's still kind of a hype because we know that Tank's got that mini Mike Tyson kind of aura. Even coming from England, you know, he's got that aura. So we want to see if he can do that to Leo Santa Cruz. If he doesn't, it'll be disappointing, like you just said.
Yeah, I mean, so that's not a fight. That's another fight that, you know, when the fans look at that fight overall, right? That's if you're looking from a fan's perspective, and even if we pull it up on betting sites, that's Leo. I mean, Tank Davis is a huge favorite. I mean, he's a huge favorite in that fight. You know, I'll pull it up right now. Let me look at the odds and see if they have it up. Let me look at the odds, and I can tell you.
I didn't know how much of a favorite he is.
I mean, I know he's gonna be a big favorite. I could look it up if they have it posted yet. Let me look and see. And this is why I'm not interested in this fight. Like I'm not. I don't want to see. It's too many other fighters that Tank could be fighting at 130 or 135 to pick Leo Santa Cruz. Like where did you get Leo Santa Cruz out of everybody yet? I'm not feeling that. But that's just my opinion. So
yeah, because Leo Santa Cruz only was, he was making some noise before. He hasn't really been that active lately.
Well, the odds makers, they actually don't have Tank Davis that big of a favorite. I thought Tank Davis would be a much bigger favorite. They have it, the odds makers have it a negative 365 for Gervonta Tank Davis. So what that means is that for every so you got to put up 365 American dollars, right, to win 100 back if you bet on Tank Davis, right? He's a minus 365 favorite, and then Leo Santa Cruz is a plus 275 underdog. Meaning, for people that don't know, Leo Santa Cruz, you got to put up. So for every 100 you put up, you win $275 back on Leo Santa Cruz. So the fight is not. I mean, he's not too big of a favorite. Gervonta Tank Davis. I thought at least Tank would be at least a negative 500 underdog. Favorite, but he's not that big of a favorite in that fight. He's a big favorite, but not huge.
The only thing that I'll give Leo Santa Cruz in that fight, he's got good stamina, and if he can avoid Tank for the first 5-7 rounds, he could try to just be in that fight because of his stamina. Because we've seen Tank die down after 7-8 rounds in a couple of fights lately, and we're just seeing if Tank's got that stamina to be able to deal with that. I'm not saying that Leo Santa Cruz has got a big chance. I'm going to give him at least 35%, and that's where I'm at with.
Yeah, I mean that's basically what when you hear everybody the boxing world talk. That's basically the chance that they give Leo Santa Cruz is to get Tank in later rounds, and hope Tanks fades out because from him having trouble making the weight. That's the chance I give Leo Santa Cruz. I told everybody before.
If you look from the outside, brother, and you were a trainer, if you was in the boxing community, you would only see that's the only way to beat him is through a fighter who's got good legs, good movement, and good stamina. If you've got that, you can pull an upset against Tank. That's what it looks like. I'm not saying there's a blueprint. No one's beating him. He's come to England and beaten all these guys. They want nothing special. He's beaten a lot of fighters, but Tank hasn't even proven himself yet. So it's not like, I'm that. Yeah, Tank's going to go in and knock out Leo Santa Cruz in 3 rounds. It's not like that for me. I'm feeling like Tank's got to prove himself within 5-6 rounds, and that's it. Then we can say, yeah, Tank, when he wants to turn it up, he'll just turn it up. He's a beast. But that's just what we got to see. That is he that beast against where would you class Leo Santa Cruz? He's not a C class fighter. I say a B minus.
It just depends on what weight class. Leo Santa Cruz is a he's not a 130-pound fighter. In the past, Leo Santa Cruz, when he was in the smaller weight classes, he's a B plus fighter, but Leo Santa Cruz, he just don't, he's not a fighter that can move up and down in weight like that. I mean, he don't have the power, Leo went just like Gary Russell Jr.'s brother was on here, and he said he said some real shit. He said, when is the last time you've seen Leo Santa Cruz get a knockout? I don't know. When was the last time we seen Leo Santa Cruz stop somebody? So that shows you that.
You seem to be knowing more about that weight class than me right now. But I didn't know that he's moving up with Tank. How many fights has he had at that weight that he's fighting Tank at now? I don't even know how many fights he's had at that weight.
At most 1, no more than 1.
Oh, okay.
At most, if he's even had a fight at 130, but I know he's a 126 pounder, right? He's a 126 pounder. That's the weight class he's fighting at. I don't know if he's had a fight at 130, but if he has, it's only been 1. I could look it up and tell you. I think he might have had 1 so far. Let me see.
then you're talking facts. You're talking. I mean, I know Leo Santa Cruz is a big name for the Mexicans, and I love all you Mexicans. I love the Mexican boxing community. They're hardcore.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You know, but what you're saying is that he could be a guy tailor-made for Tank Davis to go in there and just do his thing.
Well, that's why they picked him.
Right up there now.
That's why they picked him, because that's why they picked him.
It seems like you know what you're saying. You must know something we don't, because the way you said it, you're confident. So knowing that you got this podcast, some people are not that confident to speak about fighters the way that you are. I look at all podcasts. I'm subscribed to 5 of them. The way that you spoke about it is like you are just so confident. It's like there's not even a test for him.
Right. So Leo Santa Cruz has not fought at 130 yet. This will be
yeah, you know your shit, bro.
This will be his first fight at this will be his first fight at lightweight. So this will be, so he's moving up. This will be his first fight. So like I said, in Leo Santa Cruz, let's look at the last time he's had a stop. He stopped somebody. The last time he stopped somebody.
Gary Russell Jr. has been calling out Leo Santa Cruz for the longest time.
Yeah, and we talked about that earlier in the show. So when you get a chance, you know, go back and watch the show. We talked about all of that, and you know, I mean, it's some great things happening in boxing. Finally, you know, we went through the whole pandemic.
I gotta say this, brother, I feel for Gary Russell Jr. because just because of that one loss he had with Lomachenko, and Lomachenko's elite fighter, Gary Russell didn't even lose like he lost the fight. We could see that he was tired. Gary Russell hasn't been given his dues for where he is in boxing. And I'm telling you that as a boxing fan from England. Gary Russell deserves dues.
Right. Well, this is the great thing about this fight we got coming up with Devin Haney. He going to be able to get all of his just due and more. And in the meanwhile, become, you know, a big star in the sport of boxing, because Gary Russell Jr., you from England, and you know that Gary Russell Jr. is he's the talk of boxing right now.
He's a dog, bro. He's a dog.
Yeah. So
you can see it in him. He's going all the way. You got to take him out, and you ain't taking him out. Like
right.
Gary Russell Jr. I don't want to say this like really with a big, we're saying it loud, but in my heart, I wish he wins. I know it sounds crazy. I know he's 30 plus and Devin Haney is 21 years old, but I just wish that Gary Russell Jr. might just go in there and just show them something. I mean, you know, everybody's got their own thing that they like. That's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah, root for the underdog. Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah, because I'm 36 years old. Of course, I've been watching Gary Russell from a kid, but I'm gonna root for the older guy because sometimes he's putting a lot on the line. You have to understand, Gary Russell's putting a lot on the line to face a fresh, young guy coming up like Devin Haney. Because a lot of people have weighed Devin Haney already, and he ain't even fought no one. So for Gary Russell to come up 2 weights, that deserves a lot of respect and big heart. You need big corners for that, bro. You need you need big balls for that. And if anyone can pull it off, it'll be nice to see Gary Russell do something like that because he hasn't been given his dues. So Devin Haney and all them are sleeping on Gary Russell. I hope they are sleeping on him, if you know what I'm saying.
Right. Well, man, I appreciate you for calling in, man. Make sure that you go subscribe to the channel.
Subscribe now.
Yeah, and come in here and join me, you know, anytime. Like I said, I appreciate you for subscribing and joining in.
How can we send you, what's it called? A little bit like, you know, donation sometime. Oh,
well, the Cash App, I'll put the Cash App, my Cash App, I usually have it scrolling across the screen, but I had took it down because I wanted the callers to be able to get, you know, to call in, but you could donate to Cash App. It's the $ KT double. So the $ KT double. It's scrolling across the screen now.
If you put it on your channel, I can share it with some of my boxing friends, and then I can get them to subscribe as well.
Yeah, it's scrolling across the screen in this live feed right now. And also make sure, you know, subscribe to Everything Boxing and Sports on YouTube.
And where are you based? In California, LA? Where you at?
No, I'm in Arizona right now. Yeah, I'm in Arizona.
Oh, shit, Arizona.
Yeah.
Man, we respect your work, bro. We know that it takes, you know, we respect your knowledge. you're very knowledgeable and you're not argumentative. You listen to people and you're all about all the fighters. I'm definitely subscribing. Respect you.
I appreciate it. Respect, my man, and appreciate you calling in. All right.
Bye.
All right.
Take care, bro.
Yeah. Now, like I said, I appreciate everybody for calling in. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up now. I got to get to this Lakers game. I'm late, but yeah, man, great show. We had a great show tonight, and you know, we'll be back on tomorrow. And you already know how I do. There you go, talking that boxing again. I don't watch reality TV. I watch boxing. And anything ain't everything, but around here, everything boxing. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Catch me next time, and I'm out.